Well, we are live on the webinar, everybody. Welcome to the big show. So we're going to get started in just a couple minutes before we get this big plane off the ground, as they would say. We're going to taxi from the terminal, take a leisurely stroll. My partner that's going to be on the call with us today is having problems logging in, so we're going to be using some restraint and patience, making sure he's able to get in. All right. So let me just figure that out and deal with it. Let me deal with it. Let me also make sure that we're all live. You guys can see me. Looks like I'm live. Wow. I'm looking at myself and I'm live on the screen. How cool is that? That's good. That's the good news. At least I'm working. And Ryan is not here. He's having problems. Let's try it again. Well, I got some good friends on here. So if you guys aren't hearing me, make sure the mute button's not turned on. Let's do a quick audio check. Who can hear me? Type in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, Steve. What's up, Steve? Higgy's here. We got Ace is here. Brian Bracken, you're here. I see you. Joe Hinkle, you're here. Tim Papa, you're here. All my friends are here. Hey, all my friends. So glad you guys are coming over here and supporting me. I really appreciate it. So we're just waiting for Ryan to jump on here. And, it's always fun when you throw your guest into the mix and he's never done this before to know how this is going to actually turn out, huh? Might have to figure out how to bring him in. Like I might have to put him on cell phone, just have him talk to you guys like this. That'd be crazy, huh? Look at Lynn is here. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Tim Papa, he's like, yeah, remember those days back in the days? It's funny, Tim, because he's talking about Solove. Solove was 12 years ago. Oh, here comes Ryan. Here comes Ryan. There you are. You made it, dude. Hey. We were just talking about you. Your ears were probably burning in the background. But I was like, out because I wasn't sure if you're gonna make it.
Right? Yes, I almost showed up here at 3 p.m., which would have been 2 hours late. And what's actually funny is I was watching the Facebook video, and I'm like, 11 a.m. Central is 1, and I don't know why I was thinking it was 3. Anyways, so we're here. We're all here.
We are here. Look at that. So we're gonna get the show on the road. Let me get my PowerPoint loaded up. Make sure it's on the right slide. Of course, because of the magic of editing, none of this will be seen by anybody. Ryan, are you ready to rock and roll?
Let's rock and roll.
I feel like I should sit higher in my chair so I can be the same height as you. You're gonna be talking over me and stuff.
I'm trying to stand now because I have such bad posture, but I'll do that.
So man, if I stand, my back hurts. It hurts. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little countdown, and then we're gonna kind of run with this here. So let's go see, we'll do one of those. Do you want to be on the screen the whole time, or you want to be muted out on your screen?
I could toggle off and on too if you want.
I don't even know how. I don't even know how to do that. I'm just gonna take us out.
I see right here.
So you guys should be seeing my screen right now. Just give me a quick okay that you guys can see my PowerPoint screen in the chat. You see the chat too, Ryan, over on the side?
I do. Yep. Actually, I don't see the chat. I just see the PowerPoint screen though. Let's see here. Except
in our interface that we're in right now. Like, do you see in the place that we're in?
Now I do. It wasn't on. Now I do. Hey, Susie, Ace, Tim.
Yeah. Okay. So if you, as I'm talking away and you see something pop in, feel free to throw a chat in there to everybody or alert me to something. So here we go. I'm going to do a countdown. We're going to get started in 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome everyone to the big show today. We're going to be talking about how you can make money as an affiliate using some brand new AI technology that we've developed. And you're going to be the first people to use this outside of a beta group that we had testing it for the last couple months. It's really exciting stuff. So we're going to be discussing how you guys can have an AI-powered business with automation and how you can earn multiple affiliate commissions over and over in 5. But hey, we got some bonuses, 5+ programs without having to generate those leads yourself or even chase those leads yourself and follow up with those leads. And that is the benefit of what we're offering you guys today. What is an affiliate, Ryan? What would you define affiliate as? Oh, Ryan just went frozen. Went full frozen mode there, Ryan. You're like frozen on the screen. So as soon as I go to call Ryan out, he disappears, right? So an affiliate is somebody who is like a joint venture partner. It's somebody who you're going to do business with, and they're going to give you a piece of the action. So they're going to say, hey, if you promote my product and you get a sale, then you get to earn a commission of, let's say, 10% or 20% of whatever that product or service was. So it's pretty cool that you can actually have, we're going to show you today how AI can talk to prospects that we generate for you, have conversations with those people, and then get those people to check out your offer, to sign up for something. And then when they do, and they qualify and they sign up and they get a refund or they get a payment or they buy something, you make money. And then the AI will then transition to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, all auto magically. Okay, that's what's really cool about this. So we're going to walk you through basically how all that works today. All right. That's the whole point of the call today. So before we get going on that, I'll do a little quick, who's this webinar for? It's for people who are digital marketers. It's for people who are small business owners. It's for content creators, e-commerce entrepreneurs, coaches and consultants, real estate professionals, business opportunity seekers, basically anyone who's in these different positions, or if you're wanting to make money online, you want to create a side hustle, you want to have more income than the money you're making right now, then this is an opportunity for you. Okay. There, Ryan, you're back. You disappeared there for a little bit.
Sorry, my internet connection jumped off.
Well, that's terrible. Well,
It is.
I'm glad you made it back. I'm glad you made it back. All right, cool. So we're just talking about who this webinar is for.
Mhm.
So, so who am I and how am I qualified to teach you guys? Let me give you a little bit of background to who I am. So 2002, I started making money online. I transitioned from a broke youth pastor making $32,000 a year to then started making money like $10,000 a month when I was still a broke youth pastor, and I had a new baby at the time. And I was kind of like, I'm going to be a stay-at-home dad. I'm making enough money. So I became a stay-at-home dad, and it was really cool that I was able to raise my daughter, watch her take her first steps, watch her say her first words, and do all the things that usually stay-at-home moms got to do, but I got to do it as a stay-at-home dad. And it wasn't that long after I started doing this that my yearly income, crazy as this is going to sound, my yearly income became my monthly income. And I was making like $30,000 a month. It was pretty nutso. Over the years, I've I've been doing this for 25 years, you guys, almost 25 years. Actually, I've been marketing online since 2000. So it has been 25 years. It's freaking amazing. Like half my life I've been doing this. But I created courses and products to help business owners and people, learn different things on the internet. I had Outsource Secrets Revealed was a product I created. Podcast Secrets Revealed in 2006 was my very first product I ever made. Social Profit Academy, which was a huge hit that Ryan and I did together that did like $1.8 million. Community Page Profits, another product that Ryan and I did together. Plus a lot of other collaborations I've done with other products and other services. I've been a fractional chief marketing officer for a couple of my friends. Some of you might know Bill McIntosh from Push Button AI. I worked with him and consulted with his company for a year. Then I started working with Damien Zamora, which I've been working with off and on for almost 15 years. And I became a fractional marketing officer for his company for a year, helping his business set up some systems and automation. I put on my own live events. When I used to live in Minnesota, I did the Midwest Super Conference. I did a thing called Profit Offline, ClickBank Masters USA, the Social Profit Academy workshop that Ryan and I did together, and then a lot of other small hands-on events, some of the events that Ryan's done for his teams and his people. It was a lot of fun, you guys. It was a lot of fun doing these workshops. And then I've done about 500 webinars, and I took a break for a while. And I've generated over $25 million selling products, co-creating products and selling products together with myself and my partners over these last 25 years. So I guess you could say I've averaged $1 million a year, Ryan, which is
for sure. And you're leaving something out, Jeff. And I got to meet Jeff when I was working for my mentor, 20 years ago almost, or around that time. And yeah. Jeff, one thing I've seen you do, which is I think adds to anything in this list, is the amount of people that have come through Jeff, and even at one point of my life, me being one of them, that you mentored, you've lent a helping hand, you've extended the olive branch. And I could think of Curtis. At one point, I did a relaunch with you, and my career at the time flatlined. And boom!
I got a slide for you that's going to tell you the whole story.
But to backtrack, it's not about me. I want to talk about all the other people. Where Brian, and I could go on and on right now. It would take us 2 hours to talk about all the people you've helped. I could go on with launch your careers, make a ton of money, from firefighters to pastors to teachers. I can go on. So Jeff, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. And yeah. I wanted to add in that one bullet point, because I don't know if you know the impact you've had on Damien, on all these people. I'm talking hundreds of people, thousands of people probably. So Jeff,
there's a lot of cool people. Everyone that's here watching the webinar today, I see a lot of my friends here, and I know they're here because they want to support us, and they also know that I've impacted them and their businesses as well. But I'm here to announce something that just happened last week. Last week, I became the American AI Music Architect. American AI Music Architect. And I have a persona I just launched last week. I have an album that's out live right now in Spotify. You can go to Spotify. You can look up my persona. It's called Super Skills with a Z at the end. And this is my avatar right there with the hat. That's the album cover you see with the fire and the money burning in the streets. That's the name of the album. It's called Hit Back Harder. It's got 16 fire tracks on there. You can go listen to it at Spotify. Please go listen to it when you're bored or you need some inspiration. There's a lot of entrepreneur songs in there that pump you up, get your day started, get your procrastination out of the way, get your pump on if you want to go work out. Get your post on if you want to get out there and start getting busy posting stuff. Just a lot of great mindset motivation kind of themes in there. Plus some fun songs, some heartfelt songs. All the lyrics are real. All the lyrics are me. But what's cool about what I'm doing with AI music is I'm bridging the past with the future. And I look at myself as like it's like a bridge. Like I'm taking people from the way music used to be made, which is like analog and digital, instruments and voices and real human stuff, to the new age where we are today, where like basically AI is leading the way. I teach a class. I have a class in something called the AI Automation Academy, which is a course that I'm teaching once a month. And I did a whole course on how to create your own AI music. And the people who attended that course loved it, and they've all
Hey,
been
Jeff.
yeah.
Steve Higgy has a request. Can you play a quick
He
15
wants me to drop a track,
to
huh?
20 seconds of just one of your songs? 15 to 20 seconds. Let's. I've heard
All
it. It's
right.
good stuff. So, and I can't be biased because Jeff's my friend. So, let's showcase it to
Let me
the
see if I
world.
can figure out how to get over there. All right, you guys see my screen here? Let me go to Spotify. Hopefully the audio plays through and you guys can hear it.
Actually, I think I have a link too. I could probably play it off my phone.
I got it. So here's the album right here, Hit Back Harder, and then this is my persona right here. So we'll go to Hit Back Harder, and then we'll play the rockin' song. This one. You guys give me I'm gonna play something here, and I want you guys to in the chat tell me if you can hear it.
And I knew deep down he'd give it.
Did you guys hear that? I just played it real.
We can. Yep, we can hear it.
Okay, I just played a quick clip to see if you guys could hear it. It takes like 2 seconds for them to feedback here in the chat. But here we go. Here's the hot song. It's called "That's My Dad."
When I was young, he tucked me in at night, told me stories of justice, of what's right. He'd leave early in the morning, coming home so late, working hard for the National Guard, playing with me in the backyard. I watched him climb step by step, from teaching in schools to a U.S. rep. Through every challenge, he stood tall, and I knew deep down he'd give it his all. That's my dad, the one who leads through every trial, every need. He's the one who never gives in, fighting battles destined to win. From the State House to the nation stand, I'm so proud. That's my dad.
Now, what's crazy about this is that song took 20 seconds to make. Everything you heard there took 20 seconds. I mean, first I had to write the lyrics with ChatGPT. And then once I wrote the lyrics, I spit it in the AI music machine that I use. And then 15, 20 seconds later, I had that song that way, done, finished. And it came out perfect. So that's a song about Tim Walz, who was running for the vice presidency last year. It's a song about his life, and it's sung from his son's point of view, who's Gus Walz. When Tim was at the Democratic convention in, I forget where it was, but he was at the Democratic convention, and Tim was on stage speaking, and his son Gus got up and he's like, "That's my dad." He was like so proud of his dad, who just gave this really heartfelt speech. And I took that inspiration. I'm like, wow, what a great picture of a son who just like is so proud of his dad and all the things his dad's accomplished. And so if you go back and listen to that song, you'll catch the whole story. It's really a powerful song. Every track on here is fire, every single one. And there's a whole yeah, Jack, you got it.
Oh my heavens! I was wondering.
I understand most of you probably don't have the same political leanings as I do, which is totally fine. Totally fine. I'll take all your burns through all your disagreements with me. I'm totally cool with that. But we're here to all play nice together, right? We're not here to make arguments. But anyway, so that's my AI music. You guys can go over here and go back to Spotify and check it out. Trust me, you're gonna enjoy the whole album. So thanks, Steve, for letting me bring that out and share that with everybody. So okay, let's go back to the big show. Which screen is that?
Jeff, I'm going to play the song really fast that I made. It's called Daddy's Home. Yeah, it's called Daddy's Home. Oh, I'm kidding. I was.
All right, so Ryan,
fun with Jack, and obviously I don't really have the song called.
Okay, I thought maybe you're like going to become the next.
No, I'm having some fun banter here. Sorry.
Okay, so here's the backstory. Ryan and I JV'd together back in like 2008, 2009. We got to know each other, help each other out on the product. Then Ryan spoke at my event, ClickBank Masters USA, in 2011. Then he moved to Minnesota, and we reconnected. And he basically relaunched his career in a new place. He's kind of like a stranger in a new land, from Florida coming to Minnesota. And he knew I was there, so he wanted to connect with me again. So we reacquainted, and he became basically my strategic partner in helping me launch my Social Profit Academy. And then we launched several multi-million-dollar programs since then. And Ryan's launched his own products after that. So Ryan, I'm going to put the camera on you, and you can talk about your story.
Oh, geez, I don't even know where to start. I wasn't expecting this. So yeah, Ryan here. Jeff and I've known Jeff working with my mentor, over close to 20 years ago. I met Jeff in person for the first time at his event, ClickBank Masters, which is a crazy story we'll tell some other day. Actually, we're just talking about that. I'll have the AI do that one. That will be an adventure for everyone to follow along. Anyways, in all seriousness, like every entrepreneur story, right? Ups and downs. My story, I actually met my mentor working from a young age. I actually went ahead and got to meet this friend. And at the time, my parents were living out of a motel room with me and my siblings, 7 people. So, not to be one of these cliche rags to riches stories, but I saw a whole different life at a young age from attending this birthday party. And it was a crazy story, mansions, nice cars, the whole thing. And then I became friends with this family, started traveling with this family in my, pre-teens, teens. And then I started working with this family in my, late teens, and I actually met Jeff when I was around that age, and they were in the internet marketing community. This person was part of doing the top promos with 7-Figure Code and Butterfly Marketing. These are products 20 plus years ago now. And the point of the story here is I got to open up my mind and meet people like Jeff. I got to go to events and someone's like, yeah, this is Jeff. And he has this product that did 6 figures in sales, helping people how to do outsourcing. And I'm like, how's that possible? It would take my parents at the time 5-6 years to do that amount of money, right? And this guy's doing it just like this was the beginning of a year, like snap the fingers. And I said, whoa, and then this got me hooked in. And crazy story to fast forward, I could go about, the ups and downs. I met Jeff in a relaunch when I was working with a guy across the country. And I'm like, who do I know in Minnesota? And I forget, I think I saw Jeff post some stuff. We were in communication. Jeff was in this, cool thing about Jeff is his brain works as a system. And I remember seeing back then, Jeff, you don't even know this, I'm going to share a cool little story. I saw from afar how you systematized a cell phone company. It's crazy. Jeff was always in the forefront. This was a part of a company that allowed people to sell a cell phone service. So Jeff found business owners, individuals, get cell phone, and he made money on that commission, did very well with it. And he systematized that. He had a system behind that. And so I always envied how Jeff's brain systematized stuff. And I'm pre-framing today because the affiliate products Jeff sold, he sold products for my mentor almost 20 years ago. We got to connect. And then in my relaunch phase, now it's been, a dream come true. Me and Jeff have flown in private jets. I've been on yachts. The stories go on and on. I've been in really cool stories. We got to attend, I don't know how many dozens of marketing events and got to be around hundreds of inspiring people. And to us, that's what gets it exciting, right? It's not about my success, Jeff's success. It's cool because I learned a lot. I got to see, wow, if you want to bring your daughter to New York City to see her favorite TV show characters and plays and do a business event and make money while doing that, that's possible. I said, wow, this is crazy. So fast forward to today, right, 2025. It was interesting because Jeff was hitting me up. He goes, hey, Ryan, where can I go ahead? And actually, Jeff, you were one of our marketing officers, remember, for a little while when I was, this was a few years back. So Jeff, he's always had the brain with systematization. He could come in and help. He set up Facebook ads for us. We did launches with these big name celebrities, systematized the ad process. And he came back and said, Ryan, what are you doing now? What are the things that are focusing on? And how can I go ahead and help? And to be honest, Jeff, when you pitched me with it, I was skeptical because I'm like, okay, everyone's crazy about AI, but I've known about AI for some time. Funny story, me and Jeff knew when Jim Edwards, he had a big AI product back in the day. He pitched me and Jeff before he pitched Russell that did a 8-figure deal. That's a crazy story in itself, but it was all about AI. So we know about AI, but I never saw how it would work in a sales funnel. Now, this is literally, I believe, going to replace a sales funnel, Jeff. I'm going to talk about this later with you in private, but I think what Jeff's doing is going to replace a sales funnel. Quote me on that. To backtrack here, right? So it's AI funnels is, he was mentioning it to me and I just couldn't comprehend it. And then I comprehended it when he said, Ryan, just let me show it to you. give me a little list of your data, give me a little bit of your time. I'll do it all. And I think within a week or two, between my brother on the phone side that was funneling everything. So the lead came cold to piping hot on the phone. And what was it, Jeff? You knew the stats better than I. It was like 20 grand.
I got a screenshot. We're going to show what that's
Okay. So anyway, so it's like 20 grand, or I forget exactly how much. I have to look at it. That was the point that got my attention. It's, okay, Jeff, now you have my attention, right? You just put, a bunch of money in my pocket using your tool. You have my attention. And then time went on, and I said, here's where we're crushing it in this marketplace right now. That's very unique. And to backtrack, I always get involved in some crazy things, right? I had one up here a second ago, but we sold $4 million of this air unit, right? And during the pandemic, these are the air units. And I was showing this to a partner base. I don't randomly have air units on my floor. There's a reason why it was there. So anyways, to backtrack here, we went ahead and we systematized a process for that back then. I wish I had Jeff's tool. He's going to share it today. Then we would have probably did $8 to $10 million guaranteed, knowing what I know now. But to backtrack, what Jeff showed me at the time, I couldn't comprehend. And then we implemented it with a section of one of our bases that we talked about. And Jeff said, you know what, this is interesting. I'm going to do it as well. And Jeff did 277,000. We did millions in total credits. And this was, I said, wait a minute, I could see how this can link to other things that we're doing. And literally AI, like a domino, picture a domino falling, the next one falls, next one falls. That's what happened with these affiliate products that we're helping business owners with, happen with the AI process. So Jeff, I don't want to let the cat
a little ahead of the game, but yeah, we had to figure out the AI stuff first of all. Then once we figured out the AI stuff, we had to beta test it. Took an idea you had, we beta tested it, and it worked. And then all of a sudden, you're like, "Hey, can you work with multiple products?" I'm like, "I don't know." And then we figured it out. Yeah, it can work with multiple products. So I'm going to keep this train moving. Unless you want to say anything else about your
That's it. Thanks so much. Yeah.
Tell them about your family. Who's in your family?
Oh yeah. So I guess I forgot about the bio part. So yeah, now it's been a blessing, right? It's gone full circle. Been able to do this business, build a family through it. Jeff was at my wedding. We actually did the Social Pop Academy that helped fund part of it. Thanks for that, everyone that was part of that. And the cool part about it is growing my family up now. I'm not a stay-at-home dad, but I work from my home office mainly. Jeff knows, he always hears kids in the background. And that's the fun part, right? The family business side. The success side, name the guru, we've got to do business with, partnerships, clients, big celebrities, whatever, that stuff to me is whatever, nothing big. But the point I'm getting at is the impact that this business has been for the people I really care about right now. With my children, we live in
how many kids you got?
5 children, right? We live here in Minnesota. Actually, crazy story. Me and Jeff, I'm on the river here. I don't know if you can see it through my computer monitor because there's a crazy glare with the light, how I have it set up. But on the river back here, let me try to open up this window. Me and Jeff did a business meeting. What year was that, Jeff? The business meeting. And it was just right down here. And remember Jeff saying
2013 or something like that.
Is that coming in now?
Yeah, you can see it now.
So right there, just on the left side of there, probably about 5 minutes.
The St. Croix River and the border of Minnesota and Wisconsin. You go across that river, you're in Wisconsin.
Yeah. So to put things in perspective, we're in my home office here. We're three floors up, and we overlook the Mississippi River. Walk this river my career.
Your audio is cutting in and out there, Ryan.
Right. What Jeff about to
your audio is cutting in. You're back. Okay. You're back.
Connection.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it rocking. We're gonna keep this train moving forward. We're gonna keep going here. So let's jump into the next thing. The entrepreneur's journey, you guys. It's always fun because it's sometimes the path to the top of the mountain of where you want to go, your goals, your income you want to make is, it can be a straight line to the top. And sometimes the entrepreneur's path can be, detours that go down and around the valley and around the back of the mountain. The path to the top is not always easy. It's not always super, entrepreneur journey is tough. It's hard. And I've had a lot of hard things happen to me in the last 7 to 8 years, but I'm I think I'm on the path with this AI stuff that's going to really take me to the top. And I want you guys to come along with us. Ryan and I want you guys to come along with us and see what we got here. So, AI is really the future. It's here now, and like, every day you can't get away from it. It's everywhere in my news feed on Facebook. Everybody is talking about AI. It's like my feed is so full of AI stuff. It's like, it must be annoying to some people who are not even in AI yet, just to see their feeds so full of people marketing AI this and AI that. But Mark Cuban, he says, artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, whatever you're doing, if you don't understand it, you need to learn it, because otherwise you're going to be a dinosaur within 3 years. And he's right on, because he did this quote about a year and a half ago, and it's already taken over so many things right now that most people who are not using AI are going to get replaced by the people who know how to use AI. And this is Sundar Pichai from Google Alphabet. He says AI is the most profound things we're working on as humanity. It's more profound than fire or electricity. And they've created something called Gemini and Veo 3 is what you see a lot of the Bigfoot, vlogs with Bigfoot out in the forest doing stupid stuff. That was all done through their technology where they have the videos, and now you can make some really crazy videos with Veo 3. It's just amazing what you can do there. And then we got Mira Murati. She used to work with OpenAI, and she actually just left OpenAI, and she's now on her own. What's interesting about her is she just started an AI company that doesn't even have a product yet, and had investors invest $2 billion into her non-started, non-viable, non-proof of concept AI company. That's how much these people believe in what she's going to be bringing to the table. Who knows what this AI concoction is going to be that she's bringing, but they all believe in her. So yeah, billions of dollars invested in her without even having a product yet. That's how crazy it is. It's like the .com, boom that happened, 25 years ago, 20 years ago, and everyone was buying domain names and stuff. Mira is doing the AI boom, so hopefully it doesn't go bust on her. But she's leading the charge. She says we're working on something that will change everything. It'll change the way we work, the way we interact with each other, the way that we think, and everything, really, all aspects of life. So what is Smart AI? That's my company. So SMART stands for Sales Maximizing Artificial Intelligence Response Technology. That's what the SMAIRT stands for. We pronounce it SMART. The I is silent. And what our AI technology does, it does bookings, it fills calendars, it puts people on the calendar. It does AI phone receptionist. Earlier today, I was working on the presentation for the webinar, and I got a text message that says, "Hey, Jeff, someone just called the office line." So I get a text message every time someone calls my company phone number. And then and a few minutes later, my phone rang, and my AI receptionist had talked to someone, got some information about what they needed, and then transferred that person to me in my home, in my office. And I was able to take that phone call and have a quick chat with somebody that I'm going to follow up with later today that's really interested in buying my services. And that was really cool. I didn't have to answer that call. The AI gave some qualifications and then said, "Sure, I can connect you to Jeff." And then it brought him over to me. And that's a really cool feature of what you guys can do with AI. Outbound AI callers that are outbound calling people and talking to them on the phone, like a sales call or like a cold call. People hate doing cold calls. They hate it. They hate talking to people and getting rejection. AI doesn't hate anything. It loves everything. It can't wait to do its job. So it can't wait to have a conversation with someone. And when it follows a script, it does it really well. We have AI doing SMS texting. So they're texting people, having conversations through text messages. We have AI doing web AI chat agents that are sitting inside of a website that you can chat with and type to back and forth. We have agents that can sit inside WhatsApp. And they can do chats, internationally all over the world to people who have the WhatsApp app on their phone. And it's just huge in Europe and some of the countries where more people use WhatsApp than they use in America with SMS. We can have AI responding to people in email replies and actually going back and forth emailing each other. And we can have AI inside of Facebook Messenger, and we can have AI inside of web voice agents that do stuff on the web voice. So, kind of like a little demo for you guys. I'll take you onto my website and I'll show you kind of how it works. Just like as a demo. So we're going to go to smart.ai, and then you scroll down here. I have this little demo area right here. So I have this web voice agent. We're going to do a little quick web voice test here. Ryan, you're back.
Yeah, sorry, and I was on my phone as well, so I have a backup just in case. But
Okay,
for some
gotcha.
reason, it's kicking me off the internet up here. So my
Yeah,
apologies.
your internet's going crazy. Okay, we're going to do a quick.
Actually, I gotta tell this one, Jeff. Though I was on when you brought me back in. Guess what happened? Someone was. This is crazy, Jeff. I'm going to show this because I have to because of the smart AI. Someone was calling on our app through this app. What is this app, Jeff?
Yeah, that's the app that we make for Ryan.
So right here during the webinar 3 minutes ago, this person was also calling me, and Christy, which is what we named our bot that Jeff built, is going back and forth, and he called me, kicking me off my backup. So sorry, Jeff. We have
an AI inception happening right now.
Yeah, I couldn't plan that.
Where AI is also doing other things behind the scenes.
So I couldn't plan that any better. Sorry.
We're gonna demo for you guys what our web voice agent does. I'm just gonna do a quick demo. Let's see if it works.
Hey, thanks for connecting. My name is Chrissy at Smart AI. Whom do I have the pleasure of speaking with today?
Oh, hey, Christy. My name is Jeff.
So, I hear you want to try out our demo of how a voice assistant can help you grow and automate your business. Is that correct?
Yeah, sure. Show me what you got.
Great. I'll need a little bit of information to tailor the demo to your needs. What's the name of your business?
My business is called Jeff's Pet Boarding.
Awesome. Can you tell me a bit more about what Jeff's Pet Boarding does and how it helps pet owners? The more details, the better I can tailor this demo for you.
Yeah, so we, take care of dogs and cats and birds and reptiles and fish. When people go on vacation, they need someone to take care of their animals, peace of mind, feed them, walk them, play with them, so they can go have a nice, relaxing vacation.
Thanks for sharing that. It sounds like Jeff's Pet Boarding provides a really valuable service for pet owners, giving them peace of mind while they travel. Okay, now that I have some details about your company, we're going to role play and pretend you are calling me to get info about your business. Are you ready to get started?
I'm ready.
Thanks for calling Jeff's Pet Boarding. My name is Chrissy. How can I help you today?
Yeah, I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about your services. I'm going to be going on a trip to, to Hawaii with my family, and I have some animals I need cared for.
Absolutely. At Jeff's Pet Boarding, we offer comprehensive care for dogs, cats, birds, reptiles, and even fish while you're away. We ensure your pets are well fed, exercised, and given plenty of love and attention so you can relax on your vacation. What specific pets do you need us to take care of while you're in Hawaii?
Well, let's see here. I see it here. I got a dog. I got 2 cats. I have 3 snakes and a cockatoo bird.
That sounds like quite the lively crew. We can definitely accommodate all of them. Our services include daily walks for your dog, playtime for your cats, specialized care for your snakes, and social interaction for your pocket bird. Based on what you've told me, it sounds like you're looking for a reliable and loving environment for your pets while you're away. Let me show you how Jeff's Pet Boarding can help with that. We have a dedicated team trained to handle various types of pets, ensuring they receive the best care possible. We also send regular updates to owners, so you can have peace of mind while you're enjoying your time in Hawaii. Have you been shopping around for solutions for a while?
Okay, I'm going to stop the demo there. Does that blow your mind? I mean, every time I hear my own AI agents talk, it just blows my mind. The context, the understanding, the friendliness, the warmth of her voice, and just the care she has when she's talking to me. You guys, AI is not something to be afraid of. It's something you need to embrace. Ryan, any comments on that?
You're totally right. And the funny part is, and what I'm thinking about is how one of our leads tried picking up the AI bot. We're not going to go into all the details, but literally, and he ended up coming in as a tax credit. But you're totally right. I mean, through text message and through listening to him, a lot of people can't tell the difference. Was one guy individually literally tried, "You sound like a mighty fine lady," and sent her a photo of him in front of his insurance shop and was trying to. Anyway,
Yeah, we get that a lot. We get people sending their pictures to Christy to
yeah,
ask her out on a date. You know,
That's great.
So whatever.
they're going to be careful. We're going to be careful. As a
The good thing is,
point.
Christy's taken. She's taken by me. Okay, that sounds kind of weird, huh? Maybe it's not weird. So does it really work? Does AI really help businesses, Ryan? Go out there and make extra money. We're going to give you a case study here in just a second, but this is not my client, but I'll tell you a story because it's similar to what happens with the services I use. A med spa needed more sales, so they dug into their existing client base. They sent text messages with the AI that revived their existing customers that have maybe come in and out over the last several years. And the AI reached out to those customers through text. It booked 84 appointments, put them on the calendar, and they filled their calendar in 14 days. And a med spa, charges anywhere from $200 to $2,000 for certain kinds of services. So you can imagine how much money that AI booking agent put in their pockets just by putting those extra 84 appointments on their calendar. That's the power of AI. It did all the work. It called those people, texted those people, I should say, found conversations to have with people, and then booked them to the sales calendar. Another one of my friends in the industry, Roland, they did a big product launch, and then they had 2,000 people bought their product. And then the best way they wanted to do it is they had AI call all 2,000 people that bought their product as a follow-up. And so when the AI reached out and called those people, it was able to book 193 people on their appointment calendar with their sales team, coaching team, right? We call it the coaching team, but it's really the sales team, right? Well, that teed up all these people so that they could, buy the next level coaching product. And they created $383,000 in sales because the AI put all those people on the sales calendar for their team. They didn't have to do it. The speed and scale to profitability, Roland said, is like nothing we've ever seen before. AI is taking the charge. It's doing it. It's doing this stuff better than humans do it, and it's doing it in the open. It's not hiding its AI-ness. People know they're talking to AI. I strongly believe that when people talk to AI, that the AI reveals its AI nature to people right away, so they're not feeling like they're getting fooled. We don't want anyone feeling like they're tricked because that's a bad experience. So I always say, hey, I'm an AI assistant working with Roland, and that helps people a lot. Ryan, we did this. Ryan was my first client because he's one of my best friends. I said, Ryan, I got this AI business I'm doing now. I want to test it on you, and you get to be the first test pilot. And it's fun how a year later now, Ryan and I are doing even more stuff with this thing. So what we did with Ryan is we didn't have phone numbers for some of his customers. We had email addresses. So we emailed his people. The AI emailed them and then asked them for their phone number. And they responded back to the email with their phone number. Then the AI took the phone number, updated their account, and then the AI called them, it texted them. Actually filled in their phone number, matched it into their account. Then it texted them, started taking the conversation to SMS. And over, I think it was 4 days, we talked to 122 people. Out of those 122 people, we put 37 people on your calendar for you and Leo to talk to. And actually, it talked to 37 people out of the 122 it reached out to. 15 people got on your calendar. And look at that. You collected $26,000 in extra revenue. So that was pretty exciting results for you. How'd that blow your mind to see that done? Like you told us earlier, you just couldn't envision what this was going to do for your business, how it was going to fit into it. But once you saw the power of this, you were all in on AI, weren't you?
So this is what Jeff did, right? And actually, I learned this term from the guy in the screen there. That's Kevin Harrington. He was a shark on Shark Tank. And Kevin actually worked with Billy Mays. He worked with Tony Little. The As Seen on TV brand was his brand. And it was cool because Jeff worked with me on this project. His systematic brain helped build out the ads for this. And many years after that picture, we did a partnership with him called The Perfect Pitch. And I'm talking about this because what Jeff did is what Kevin taught me, and that's using the word demonstrable. Right, Jeff demonstrated exactly, and he talked about it in The Perfect Pitch, and demonstrable. There's a whole chapter on that. He got it from Billy Mays. Jeff mentioned it several times recently, actually, in a webinar, which was ironic because when Jeff said that, it goes back to hearing Kevin. He's a real distinct voice and demonstrable, and that's what the smart AI did. Was demonstrated it by putting $26,000 into my account. So who here in the chat put 26K if you hear this, just to make sure my connection is loud and clear, because I don't want to make sure people are alive and awake. If me and Jeff put 26K in your account, would you believe this works? Just, and if we were in a marketing event, you'd hear someone say yes or yes, right? They do the whole psychology thing, right? I'm not going to be that cheesy, but in all seriousness, right? If you see the power of this, and I, with my partnership with Kevin, going back to demonstrable, Jeff went to work and he said, okay, here's how this person is going to talk about the topic and the connection point and the intro. And then here's how that connection point is going to go ahead and go to the next point of action. And then here's how we're going to take that point of action to qualify him here. And then in our funnel, and Jeff said, Ryan, you want to send them to a checkout page? You want to send them to a call? And I said, you know what? Let's send them to the call. And we sent them to a call. And I see Joe says 26K. Steve, okay, perfect. We're not being honest, because this is huge. Susie, I don't want to be cheesy on this. I want to put it out there. There's a study out there called Splitting Addicts, which you want to put this out there, because I'm not going to go into detail. I talked about it in my mastermind with Greg Caesar today. But I'm a big believer in putting out the goals and what you're after. So thank you all for doing that, because it takes you one step closer to where you want to go. So to backtrack here, because one time I didn't do that stuff, and I started putting that out there, and now 26K weeks are pretty average for us now, right? Not bragging, that's the power of the systems behind what you all have access to today. So to backtrack here, when Jeff said, where do you want this to go? And a checkout page, you want this to go to you? I said, no, let's bring it to our sales team, which at this point was Leo. And that's when literally me doing nothing, Leo talking to some people, making some commissions, because he brought these that were cold to warm to smoking hot leads, to then just literally at this point collecting credit card numbers. So that same exact model we use, by the way, to backtrack, I want to be full disclosure that 26K model isn't what people are going to get involved with today. It's the framework, though, that has done millions for our partners, is what that was based off of. So sorry, Jeff, I'm not sure if I answered the question correctly here, but
you did a good job. You did a good job. Let's keep the train moving, so we get people through the presentation.
Yes.
That only matters. So another great case study is my friend Neil Guess, who I've known for about 15 years. Neil was the first one to pilot the AI autopilot system that I developed. A lot of it through the knowledge and things I learned from Ryan's test that we did over there. And we built this platform for Neil and all the people using this thing called the Power Lead System and Lead Lightning. And in the last 6 months, the AI system I built for Neil has produced over 900 appointments on his sales calendar. It's generated over $145,000 in sales and commissions for their reps that are promoting that product over there. And he says, don't look anywhere else. Hire Jeff and the team at Smart AI. So he's saying some real things. So there's two major problems that AI solves for everybody. These two things are really the biggest problems you guys have. Number one is leads. Everyone complains about not having enough leads. Most funnels die after the first opt-in. The leads get wasted. They get left on the table. You're trying to get your funnel to work. Your funnel's not optimized properly, and your funnel's trying to do all the work and move people, do the heavy lifting. Nowadays, funnels are good. You can still make money with funnels. People can really dial that in. It's a really big skill set, that you have to have. I mean, Ryan's gone out there and he's seen some of the awards on his back wall. He's won some of the ClickFunnels awards and the 2 Comma Club awards for funnels. But emails today don't hit the inbox like they used to. And so you've got to stand out. You got to be better at lead gen and lead nurturing, which is the second biggest problem, which is follow-up. So now you got a lead and you got a somewhat of a funnel. How do you get that funnel to follow up with that lead in a way that's not just email or just an automatic text message? How do you actually start having conversations with people so they get to know, love, and trust you? and like your style, and then bring those conversations into a close to get you more sales. Because if you were manually doing your business the traditional way that you do it, what you guys would be doing most of the time is you'd be sending DMs, personal DMs to everybody in Facebook, everybody over in Instagram, people over inside of LinkedIn. You're just like chasing messages all day long, or you're sending text messages to people, and you're like chasing text messages, trying to figure out, who did I follow up with? Did I follow up with this guy yet? And it just gets to be this really crazy rabbit trail you're chasing your tail almost to figure out how do you track all these people? How do you track all that? Well, AI can do all that for you. It can follow up and track everybody for you. You have inbox clutter, you have text clutter, you have no-shows. AI then comes in and takes care of that and steps into those follow-up pieces that you need to have done so that you don't have to be doing all that stuff yourself. The AI can start doing that for you. And so what we've built, is a system that helps humans that suck, it does their follow-up, okay? Because as humans, we blow it. We don't follow up as well as we should. We all think we're the best, but when it really comes down to it, yeah, we all suck at follow-up. I actually wrote a song about it. I didn't put it on the latest album I launched, that Super Skills, but it's a marketing song I created called I Used to Suck at Follow-Up, and it's a cool song. But anyway, so where are we going with this? Most people, 48%, never get a follow-up. The leads just go cold. 80% of the sales, most people realize it takes multiple touches from either a human, a text, a phone call, like multi-sensory touch points. It can't just be email. You've got to hit them in every single place they live. So 80% of sales require at least 5+ touches and multiple I would say outreaches, where you're doing phone calls, text messaging, emails. A combination of all these things together is really where it's at today. And most people just can't do that, or it's too expensive. That's why AI can take the job of 3 or 4 people and do it all for you. The average response time for most people following up with a lead is 47 hours. AI is called speed to lead because it can get right to the conversation immediately and start talking to people. You're never going to have a missed call because the AI is going to answer every call. You're never going to have to, leave a voicemail because the AI will leave the voicemail for you. The leads will never go cold because the AI is on it. It's always talking to them. You're not going to waste ad spend anymore because you have an AI agent that's working on the business for you. That's the cool thing, you guys. This is kind of like a sinister looking AI agent, but it represents the hard work that AI agents are doing for us. They are hard at work. And that's where we kind of bridge the gap, you guys. If you really think about it, if you think about like what ChatGPT has brought to us, those of you who are using ChatGPT, if you're not using it, everyone should be using it multiple times every single day. But ChatGPT gave us content and it gave us ideas. And I thought, there's no way I could take what happens inside ChatGPT and put it into phone calls, put it into text messages, put it into chatbots that do the work that humans would normally be. That's taken like AI to the next level. And that's what we're able to do with Smart AI. We actually bridge that gap. We figured out how to, stick AI into these things that humans use to communicate and bridge that gap. And it's pretty remarkable how that's been, helping businesses out. So where do we go from here? Well, we're going to introduce you guys to the concept today. And it's the AI autopilot starring Christy. And this is not what Christy looks like. I just made this image for Ryan today. But that's a representation of Christy. That's what the AI agent he named for the service he's developed with this. And what Ryan's done is he's given you guys a pattern, a flow, a way to get leads into a funnel where the AI is going to talk to all your people. So the way it starts is the lead comes in through a Facebook ad, or the lead might come in through a data file that Ryan has of fresh leads that he's generating through other means. And Ryan fills that funnel by dropping those leads either into the CRM and firing off a workflow, or we generate those leads real time from scratch, running a Facebook ad, and they come through that Facebook lead form. The lead form is where they put their name, their email, and their phone number, and it captures their data. And the moment that data gets into our system, the back end that we call it the CRM, that's when the AI comes to life. And that AI now has their contact information, and it starts doing the magic of speed to lead, reaching out to those lead owners. It sends an SMS message to try to connect with them. It sends out an email. It sends out a voicemail to connect with them on a voice drop. So this is what's called ringless voicemail. It'll actually, the phone might ring for a half a second, and they might like look at their phone and go, "Oh, someone just called me," but then it gets hung up on, and so then a minute later, a voicemail shows up on their phone magically. And a lot of people call the phone number back from the call they missed. And guess who answers that call? Christy. And we're going to demonstrate that for you guys. We're going to show you what Christy does and what she says to people. So just give me a minute or two. We'll actually do that demo for you guys. And then she tracks the engagement, and she follows up the people who are engaging. And then the people who don't engage, we get rid of them. We don't want to keep sending them messages. We don't keep bothering people who don't pay attention to our text messages or our phone calls. Why keep marketing to somebody who just kind of like is wasting our time and spending our AI precious dollars? Because it does have a cost to use AI. There's a big electricity cost in using AI. There's a huge, not huge cost, but there's a small cost compared to having an employee or a commission based or even a salaried person in your office. AI can do the job of 5 people at still half to like 1/3 the price of all 5 people. So it saves business owners a ton of money. So it's pretty amazing. So what we've got for you guys, we're going to go through the revenue streams with you guys and explain what they are. Originally, we had 5 different revenue streams you can make money with as an affiliate. And what the AI will do is it'll move from one product into the next product into the next. So it starts off, the ad will show the opportunity to somebody to get to the first product. Let's call it the SCTC product. We'll go through that in a second. And then that's the first thing they're going to see. And that product helps them get money back from the government. And if you help somebody get money back from the government, they're going to like you. They're going to listen to you. They're going to want to know, hey, do you have other things that I can get money back from? And guess what? We do. So then we say, yeah, in a couple of days from now, I'm going to share with you some other things that we can do that might help you get some more refunds from the government. So then we introduce them to another program, and they get money from that program. And then we say, hey, by the way, not sure if your cash flow is looking good or not, but we also help businesses that need, cash to run their employees, pay their employees, do a big purchase, ad buy purchase, equipment purchase. We can set you up really low rate, and we can get you, $10,000 to $100,000 in funds, no credit check, no income proof. Businesses get treated differently than people who are personal loans. Like personal loans, they get to see your taxes, they got to see all your documentation. Business loans, like, okay, well, how much you making a year? Let me see your bank statements. Okay, it looks like you're pretty good. Let's go ahead and give you some money. It's the craziest thing. Like, it's the easiest thing you can get money from if you qualify. So the AI just moves people through these processes. Oh, so let me introduce you to the guys over at the funding company, and it gives them the link, which is the affiliate link, for them to sign up. It's pretty amazing. So the AI simply just moves people in and out, weaves them through one program, and then connects them to another program. Some of the programs might work for them. Some of the programs might not work for them. Some of them are going to be perfect fits. Some of them probably won't be. And that's okay. That's what we have. I guess, what do we have, Ryan? 7 different programs now that we're going to be sticking you guys with instead of 5. We're actually going to be giving you guys a lot more. So Ryan, let's go into it. Why don't you go ahead and talk about the first one?
Yeah. So Jeff, he hit it on the head, right? And I'm going to just go backtrack for 1 second. The focus is getting people this, right? This cold hard cash, free money. And a big misconception is, if I'm an affiliate or partner out of the country, you don't have to be in the US. Don't worry, we have partners all over the world. But the concept came from during the pandemic when we were getting people these products right here called the air units. Ironically, we can actually get people tax credits on these. This is another back end sale. We'll talk about that later on. But to backtrack here, during the pandemic, there's a shutdown, and people said, I want to open up my business. So that was an FDA approved product. It was widely used, Cleveland Clinic, Major League Baseball, Dunkin' Donuts. Point is we sold $4 million worth of this. And then, to be honest, our sales dried up overnight. Why did they dry up? Well, what happened? Everything opened up. Everyone stopped wearing masks, and they're like, hey, we don't need to spend this money on their unit, because these right here, we pay hundreds and they retail for thousands, just to be crystal clear. So what we went ahead and did is we said, hey, well, what can we do now? Because Jeff knew we were printing money hand over fist with these air units. And I said, light bulb, go back to the business owners and say, hey, because we had a friend that was getting tax credits to business owners. So we went back to him and said, hey, you want some of this free money that's going to expire here in April? And but to be crystal clear, 2 of the programs have extensions due to the 2021 extensions that some business owners did, 30 million business owners. To backtrack, we went ahead and said, hey, want this free money? We could get you this free money. And overnight, we pivoted from air units to free money, and it took off. So I said, Jeff, and by the way, when we're doing this, to be crystal clear, it wasn't using AI at first. That's when Jeff introduced it. And we just kicked it off with just the air units and did 7 figures in sales with getting tax credits in. And we said, you know what? There's other products out there that business owners can access that they could also benefit from. One of them is called the SCTC, the Self-Employed Tax Credit. What they do is they say, okay, you can get up to $32,000, and this is off the extension right now of 2021. And this, let's just say 10,000 to keep things really simple, or 20,000, right? The fee's $4,000. We would make, $800. And we had some scenarios where we go ahead and we'd make some serious money, between $500 and $3,000 off this one deal. These stacked in really quick. And then we said, you know what? These same people are business owners. They can also, do you want more free money? And that's when we had another company that said, I can get what's called an R&D tax credit.
Well, let's not jump into the next program. Yeah, let's just really fill in the blanks on what SCTC does.
Oh yeah, okay.
People who were affected by COVID, people who had to stay home and take care of their kid, people who in 2021 they paid their taxes, maybe they filed for an extension.
Correct.
And then they paid their taxes, and they're getting money. They can get money back from the government up to $32,000. These are business owners. Okay, these are self-employed 1099 people that the government is giving refunds to based on how much they paid in taxes. So the maximum amount is $32,000 they can get. So the way it works for you as an affiliate is, let's say someone's getting in Ryan's case, it says $20,000 refund. So that means they're getting $20,000 back. The company that's processing this, they're going to take a fee, and then you're going to get a percentage of the fee the company takes. So I think they're going to get 20% fee, and then you get 20% of the 20%. So the company that's doing the processing, which is a lot of work, by the way, they make $4,000, and then you make 20% of that. So that means you, the partner, you make $800 helping somebody get free money from the government on taxes they already paid if they qualify. So that's really cool, you guys. And we're seeing the typical deals of $15,000 to $32,000 that people are getting back. Some are getting back, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. But any money back that's free from the government is a good deal for people, for sure.
Yes. Oh, Jeff, I've
generated $340,000 in refunds.
That's right.
Me promoting this myself, just myself.
That's right.
And my affiliates that I brought in to do this, and it's pretty amazing how many people are getting those refunds. What'd you say, Ryan? What do you want to talk about?
Well, this is something I was going to mention because we realized this about 3 months ago. A lot of our business that was coming in was actually referral business. It was people that were saying, "Hey, I'm an insurance agent, and I'm going to share it with my other insurance agent friends," or "I drive Uber, I'm going to share it with my other Uber friends." So something that we did was we allowed our business owners that got involved that could get a 10% kickback for referral business. And that was something that took off really cool. So my point is this is one of those tax credits that just, and it's not like the MLM thing where you're bringing family and friends to lunch and convincing them to buy a lotion or potion. No, these are people saying, hey, actually Alan Maglioka, one of our mutual friends, he got back $7,000 because I said, hey, any affiliate marketer, any one that has 1099 income, so to fill in the blank here, this is 1099 income or contractors or Schedule C is how they file their taxes. There's ways that we could actually hone in on those people and hone in on people that were in business starting from 2021, because that's where they have to start off from, to be crystal clear. This is coming in from that. Someone said, well, it expired. What about ERC? What about the government shutting it down? The IRS said things are scams. We have all those objections covered, right? The IRS does say be wary of companies that are charging fees. We do not do that. I'm getting a little bit of feedback. Turn my mic down. And then what they went ahead and said is, you know, the person that actually is in charge of this program happens to be a top 40, under 40 U.S. tax attorney in America. And him and his wife is a power couple attorneys here in the U.S. They have multiple offices all throughout the U.S. And he's actually, what's crazy, Jeff, is, I don't know if you know this or not. This is I heard this from some chatter inside. He had, at the end of this run here recently, he had a lot of power affiliates. Bradley out of Las Vegas, these biggest podcasts, even I forget the conservative guy there that does the podcast shows. Is it Glenn Beck? Anyway, he had all these big endorsements, people talking about it, and we drove more traffic and have more eyeballs than some of these people that have millions upon millions of followers, which is really cool. It just shows the power of the system behind this. But the point I'm getting at here is this SETC product has been a home run for us. It's been a home run for a lot of our partners. I whispered it to Jeff. I was like, wait a minute, that sounds cool. I thought it was closer to 377,000 in collected sales, or 347, or I forget the exact number. It was in the threes. And we had partners that hit 6 figures, partners that hit 5 figures, partners that actually have deals that through, and it began other deals. Right? Remember Victoria, Jeff, that got an SETC deal? Because guess what people love? When you say, hey, actually, Jeff, Victoria, I forget what you said about me. I love him, and he's so great. And, because these things that we give these business owners are life-changing. They're tools that they simplify. There's a system, which is save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. And Victoria is Jamaican, and I'm kind of jumping through here. My point I'm getting at is she started off as an SETC client, and she said, Ryan, this Christy, she is so nice, and she was going on and on. And I'm like, Victoria, she's AI. I know, she's amazing. Where does she live? I'm like, Victoria, she's AI. Oh, I know, Ryan. I want to call her. Where at? I'm like, no, it's artificial intelligence. I know. And I think she thought that was like some type of nationality, or she had no clue. And I said, no, she's fake. I said, you know how you say, hello, this is your phone bill, press 1, press 2. It's similar to that, but new technology. She said, get out. And she was hilarious with her, Jamaican mannerisms. Guess what? She has now referred us a Jamaican restaurant in the Twin Cities that we'll be working with pretty soon here. My point is the snowball effect started off with free money from SETC. And she said, wow, you can go ahead and thank you for this free money, by the way. And the next step was, well, what was the interaction? I said, amazing. We said, well, your massage therapy business? She goes, yeah. She goes, I'm so stressed out. She goes, I'm so overworked right now. I'm spending all my time in text messages. I'm hiring people in. Some people are saying cupping. And when I get someone knowing about cupping and cold stones, then they can only do less hours. I have to bring someone else in and educate them. And she says, it's just so stressful. It's just so much. And Jeff, do you know this? Victoria is in her late 60s, soon to be 70 years old. And this lady looks like she's in her 50s. She's been doing massage in Jamaica she says, the American Dream. She's actually written a book, Jeff. Well, she's a remarkable lady. The point I'm getting at is she was so stressed, though, because when her hands weren't on someone's back and doing the therapies, she wasn't making money. That's how she makes her money. Well, guess what? Now she's eliminated all this stress, all this energy and time that she didn't like doing, which was booking phone calls, which was taking calls and emails, because she's really she's self-conscious because of her accent. I think it's great. I said, Victoria, it's part of your story. I said, you give the best friggin' massages in the Twin Cities. I know, because I've been around and I'm now a client of hers. And it's crazy. She actually came in through our SETC credit, and we got to connect through our ads. In small world scenario, how it all worked out to be, because we obviously fetch clients nationwide throughout 50 states, but she happened to be one in a relatively close location. And now she is, we'll get into her later, but Jeff, we did a voice bot because her biggest client is coming through Groupon, her traffic flow. And the SMS is great. She loved it, but she said people are still calling, and Sophie and people are stressed out. Jeff said, Victoria, we have that problem, that solution for you very easily fixed. Showed her the demo, and she's like, done. Upsell, more cash for you all partners that are bringing these deals flow. Now I'm getting the cart ahead of the horse here, but who here sees the power of AI, the power of getting people free cash, and how that translates to more business? Does anyone see that in the chat? Just curious. I'm back. We lost power in Puerto Rico. Oh, I hope all is good in Puerto Rico. Hope there's no storms or anything going through there. Great, says Giselle. Awesome stuff here. So
I'm gonna show you guys. Like how,
sorry, looking at my radio. I had a ton of feedback, so I couldn't hear you, Jeff. Go ahead.
I'm gonna show you guys. What's her name? Victoria. Your phone's ringing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you guys what she did.
And she started off. Actually, you know what? We should pull her up because she started off as an
right
SCTC client, and she started the texting process, and then it jumped from there to an application, and then it jumped from there to communicating to our team, to then coming across us. Anyways, I'm kind of showing you the evolution here.
Hold on. Hey, yeah, I'm just curious. Someone told me that. Yeah, someone told me that you guys have a like a massage service there. Is that right?
Yes, that's absolutely right. We offer a variety of massage services here at Island Therapeutic Massage and Pain Relief Center. Are you looking for relaxation, pain relief, or something specific? I'd be happy to help you find the perfect service.
You know, I was lifting some boxes a couple of weeks ago, and I just had this really stress on my lower back on my right side. I'm not sure if I need a doctor or if it's a massage that I need.
I hear you, and that lower back stress can be so uncomfortable. While I'm not a doctor and can't give medical advice, many of our clients with similar issues find relief through our deep tissue or therapeutic massages. These focus on releasing tension and working on specific problem areas. Adding hot stones or cupping can also enhance the benefits. If you're unsure, you could start with a massage and see how it feels. Victoria, our therapist, is highly skilled and can tailor the session to your needs. Would you like me to explain the options further or help you book a session?
So that's Patsy. That's Victoria's AI agent. So when Victoria is hands-on with the client and she's doing massage work, she doesn't have to go take a time out and say, hey, oh, excuse me, let me go answer this call. And now Patsy is her AI receptionist who can explain all the services, explain all the prices, and then actually text them a link to go book it, and or book it on the calendar for them. So it all can text them a link to book it on an SMS. It's amazing. So now Victoria can stay focused on her clients, and her clients don't have to get interrupted. And it's changing her business. It's absolutely remarkable. So that leads us, Ryan, to the next product. The next product in the story. It's not necessarily the next product in the order, but you're already hearing it. So
yes, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. So by the way, there's 7 products, and to be crystal clear, Jeff's right. You know, we're just telling you the 7 now. Technically, the next one's R&D, which we'll talk about here in a moment. That's the one that we're working with on Victoria, by the way. She just put a submission in for that because she has a lot of products that fall in that category. Backtrack here. This is one that Victoria did as an upsell, which is Christy, which is our name for the bot. So to be crystal clear, on the SCTC follow-up back and forth, they're communicating to Christy. And actually, Jeff can show that in a moment here. We have deals. Actually, you know, I'll show it right here. We have people right now. My phone's buzzing, and I don't mean to be rude. Someone's like, oh my gosh, Ryan playing the webinar, and he has his friends calling him and texting him. No. Let's not be fooled here. This right here is Christy going off while I'm talking to you all. Jeff said your phone's ringing. I wasn't meaning to be rude. It was Christy. And right now, while we're on here, Christy is working for me, right? 41 seconds ago, right? And I'm going to backtrack here, right? It says, hello, this is Christy from SCTC Pro. So that's the reason why we come up with the name Christy, is that's what we started off with. Jeff, you didn't know this. My wife isn't around. My elementary girlfriend name was Christy. So I'm like, oh my gosh, that's that's all a coincidence. That's all a coincidence. I realized that a lot. Yeah, I realized that recently. I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe it's subconsciously. So anyways, it says, Dave, just
we can't see because your screen's really blurry, but
I'm sorry. So it says, Dave, I'm checking back. You have to use your imagination. You know, I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. Are you still here? Dave says, yes, I am. And it says, thanks for responding. I only have a few questions. Then you can get back to what you're doing. Did you file a 1099 or Schedule C for 2021? what Christy's doing here, she's pre-qualifying Dave here, Dave Jackson, who's talking to her right now, through the questions that's on the application, right? Because we don't want to send the traffic and, like Jeff said, waste the time on, for the conversion wise. So we pre-qualify. He says, self-employed, great, and it says, did you file in 2021? Yes, excellent. And then he says, how do I file? Send the link, and it sends them the link, right? I'll go back over right here. Here's Raphael in the same exact sentence. He's an insurance agency owner. Do you think an insurance agency owner wants to get back free money from the tax credits? And do you think Christy could help an insurance agency owner? That's a true question here in the chat, because you already saw what you did to Victoria as a massage therapist. Because guess when Raphael is making money? Raphael is making money when he's quoting an insurance quote, sending off the invoice. How do I know? Because our insurance agent loves us, sends us to this fancy Christmas party once a year. And we love him, by the way. He has treated me great. And we pay him a lot of money for the stuff that we insure. My point I'm getting at is I know Raphael, if he's doing his business like my insurance agent, this is the biggest factor. Well, by the way, remind me, Jeff, because B&B, our insurance agent, Dale, wants to talk to you and use this for their company. So
let's set him up.
Thank you for reminding me with Raphael. Thank you, Raphael. We have to send him a discount, right?
let me put this together for people so you guys get this. So the AI agent's going to talk about SCTC, and it's going to help that business owner get a tax refund. Then after it's done for 4 or 5 days talking about SCTC, say, oh, by the way, have you heard, this is not the same order we're talking about, out of order, but let's just say it was that smart AI. It's like, hey, have you heard about, the power of AI, using AI in your business? Well, let me show you how AI can help you with, answering calls, chatting with people. And they don't even know they're talking to an AI, but let's say they bought the AI service and they bought it through me. It went through your affiliate link. So your affiliate link was used for the SCTC to track it. Yep. Your affiliate link was used for the smart AI purchase, and the business owner bought my services. And I'm going to pay you a 10% commission. Okay. So there's a lot of money you can make with the price that we sell. We sell our bots. We're going to be raising our prices here pretty soon. Probably going to be selling our bots anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000. We have some big plans to start selling our bots for $65,000 because the market warrants it, and some of the markets we're going to be going into, because the money that is being made there is astronomical. We're talking about reaching out to companies that are making 10 million to 500 million a year, helping those guys with AI. Like, they can easily afford that. That's like a drop in the bucket for them. That's like a day's pay, right? Not a big deal. The next one you have here is the R&D tax credit. What's that all about? Or did I lose you? Looks like Ryan has left the building temporarily with his.
Oh, no, I'm here. Sorry. So, by the way, I'm on daddy duty. Jeff said I have 5 kids. My youngest is 3. My wife, she's actually had a therapy appointment. She has a neck injury from a car accident with my daughter. So anyways, Rosie, she's running around, and she's here in the background. So sorry about that. If you hear a 3-year-old coming up, that's my daughter. But R&D tax credit, sorry about that, Jeff. Partner payout. And this right here, the cool part about this, it's not even on the slide. Oh, it is on the slide. You can include up to 3 years of back pay, right? So we're going back to the concept. Hey, can we give you free money? Right? Which business owner is going to say no to free money? You say, well, we already got you some free money. And a lot of these business owners qualify. They're getting this free money because of our targeting and how we're getting them. We'll talk about that in another time. But now they're here. Now they're talking to Christy. We get them free money. We pretty much say, how would you like more free money? How would you like more cash coming your way? And again, they say, heck yeah. Like Victoria, she actually has equipment that qualifies underneath the R&D. This is something that improves, something that, one second here. Yeah, Rosie? Rosie? What?
Well, the point of that is that
Sorry,
there's a 20% processing fee that the company takes. If
Sorry,
they get you a tax credit, there's a 20% processing fee. And then you get a percentage of that processing fee, which I believe is 6%. So some of these people getting tax credits from the R&D, and like, I'm not going to explain to you guys like how people qualify for R&D. It's not that strict, but there is some pretty wide open easy ways to get the R&D tax credit. Most of you probably don't even know about this. But in this example we show on the screen here, this person's getting $150,000 back in qualified credits. Now, do these credits, Ryan, come from tax returns, or is this something that the government's doing outside of tax returns?
So this right here is a credit that's coming from your business tax. And the way they do this is basically through research and development. So it's improving something, making it better. And people think you have to have a lab coat, you have to be a scientist. And actually, Jeff, your business qualifies for it through AI and technology. And if you have systems that you built that has, APIing to other systems, and all that is called R&D underneath that framework. Technically, a business owner, we sell this air unit, 30 to 60% of these air units can be written off under the R&D credit point. So that's something interesting. This is this back-end product that we sell. We get them the money for that. And we make money on getting them the money. So talk about a crazy scenario. But the background, it is, it's just nuts. And this is the way we're making our partners a ton of money. Some partners extremely rich. So the cool part about this is this prime example, Victoria, right, got her SETC credit. And she got the Christie deal, but she actually got that next because she found out what it was. The way we promote this, we do SETC, then R&D, which is the research and development, just because there are a large percentage of our self-employed individuals that can qualify for it. And we show them in those sectors, the accounting industry. I can go on and on. That's not the point. And what we do is we get them cash for this, right? And then cash for the R&D, and the same exact process. You don't have to be an accountant. You don't have to talk to them. They talk to our experts through SETC Pros. They have an expert team. They have an entire AI process, ironically, that goes back and forth, that approves it. It actually goes through a process called ID.me that looks at their inner works of their tax, so they can pull this, so they don't have to get their records. This company does the same process. They go through and they're able to get their records, say, okay, you do qualify, you don't qualify for it. Here's how much you do qualify for. Now, do you want us to go ahead and complete this for you? Which they do, because they already got back their one credit. They say, yeah, complete that for me as well. Then we get our payout, which is up to 3 years. And in this case, we've had some deals, between $7,000, $10,000, $12,000 per deal that came in. And here's the cool part about it. We're building up the goodwill, right? Jeff said something before, the know, like, and trust, the know, love, and trust. We're in a trust recession these days. We really are. Why is that? Because look out, right? There's a lot of stuff going on, scandals, you can go on and on and on. I'm not here to get into those rabbit holes. But going back here to the trust recession, this process, this follow-up process, what we've realized, what we're doing with SETC, R&D, we're building up that trust, right? And what's better trust? Getting people money, right? Did I trust this worked? Well, Jeff demonstrated it, put $26,000 into my account. And I said, okay, you have my attention. I've got that. The trust is there, right? Does everyone kind of make sense on this? I want to make sure it's all making sense to everyone watching this, because this is the first time we've rolled it out this way. To be crystal clear, most of our partners we worked with step by step on this. So I want to make sure everyone's following along. Right here, Jeff, I don't know if I talk to the next one. Hey, thanks, Steve. You can watch the replay on the rest of it because you don't want to miss this. This is huge things going on. We have the Cafeteria 125. This one right here is where we start kicking in what's called MRR, monthly recurring revenue, right? We did this and as a case study on one of our product lines that we did. And we started off on the 13th, and I just took a screenshot yesterday because we just broke the 10K mark, which I was proud of, because we did it just a little over a month. Oh, shoot. Anyways, I'll pull it up here in a second, and I know it's blurry, so it's not going to be, there it is. But we promoted this product, right? And this is in the business owner niche. And you can see that date there is June 12th. This is on the back end of, by the way, Christy here working with us, to July 21st, which was yesterday. I'm sorry, 22nd, June 12th to July 22nd. I'm looking at it backwards, so I don't know if that mirror effect. Here's the biggest factor, $126,000 in annual income, $10,157. I'll show you guys something. This is probably corny to most, but I was telling this to my daughter, and I've been giving her updates on this when she was in Florida and traveling in the last couple of weeks. And I've been kind of giving her like, hey, it's at 7,500, it's at 8,500, it's at 9,200, it's at 9,900. And we had fun with it. And then she's like, oh, congratulations, that 1056. My point I'm getting at is put in the chat right now, MRR, because I believe this is the one factor that makes the business from not struggling to thriving. It makes an affiliate marketer from not struggling or surviving to thriving.
Because you're getting that reliable residual money every single month, because these people aren't going to quit their cafeteria program. They're going to stay on it, like their health.
Exactly. In the Cafeteria 125, what that does is it gets business owners a tax credit for their employees for their health plan. And this is something new and a few different things that we're working with on this new plan. And again, we're not the experts. Christy pre-qualifies, just like you saw through the SETC. You'll actually see some of this here in a moment. And then she goes ahead and gets them to the experts that then they do the closing, they do the deals, we get paid. That's the exact process on SETC, the exact process on R&D, now the exact process on Cafeteria 125. The cool part about this is we're going to get between 10 to 20 bucks per month per employee up to 3 years. Now, optional, this is totally optional, and everyone's saying residual, MRR, I love it, because that's the mindset you want to be in here to go from, surviving to thriving. And the MRR factor is big because you can get 100 employees. What if you get 1,000 employees? Someone through this program had a client. The client's name was Grant. I'm not going to say his last name, but he's in the real estate industry and he's very boisterous, very loud, drives in private jets. Actually, I met him a few times and did clubhouse sessions. What I'm getting at is that our company came through over 1,200 employees, and a person's getting a multi-5-figure check month after month. Now, after 3 years, you could actually get an insurance license. It's actually not too difficult to get, and you can continue collecting onto this to perpetuity, to the end of the contract. So that's something, you can cross that bridge when you get to it. My point is 3 years, big money, big cash up front through this, and this is through the Cafeteria 125. And then
so just to kind of summarize here, the AI is taking them through the Facebook lead capture form, chasing the first thing they were chasing. It gave them access to go get the SETC money. Then it gave them access to go get the R&D money, and they're like feeling really good about it because it's helping them get money. And then they're liking this AI agent because it's like giving them the keys to the kingdom to help their life and their business thrive.
Yes.
And then it's giving them discounts on the health. It's giving them access to AI technology. It just introduces it naturally over like 3 or 4 days. It's going to do the next product and then introduce that next product just automatically, right?
So actually, I'm sharing my.
I did send you a text in WhatsApp. I want you to take a look at. I don't know if you can address that privately real quick, but we're going to keep this thing moving. We're going to go to the next feature we got here for the thing. Let's go to that one. And this is something you've already been talking about a little bit. You're talking about the air purification, the water and the air units, and something you crushed, 4 years ago.
Oh, one more time here, Jeff. I'm going to jump in. Let me. It's crazy.
We're talking about the air water units. If you don't know how to get into retail, just let me know, because if you don't know how to get in there and log in, don't worry about it.
Yeah, this is weird because it shouldn't. I mean, I gotta go to because I don't know why. Anyway, so the PPE, which is another product, right? So to be crystal clear, the flow here is R&D. I'm sorry, SETC, R&D. Then you have Cafeteria 125, and then there's a funding service, which we'll talk about in a second. And then there is Christy, and then another one we do in the back end is getting them credits for what's called air and water. Now, one of the big factors that's pushing this program right now is through something we call, bear with me here, the MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. And they're pushing up credits that are incentivizing companies and business owners to have clean air, clean water for their employees, for their patrons, for people coming through. So something that we're doing here is we have a way of getting tax credits eligibility. One of them is the R&D credit. Actually, between 30 to 60% of an R&D credit could be applied towards this exact product right here, which is we get paid on. We pay between $350 to $500 for the product, and we sell them between $1,400 to $1,500 per product, right? So do the math there first and foremost, right? We're talking crazy money. We've sold our biggest one ticket deals have been that air unit. I've had collected checks between 165,000 upwards $290,000 per client selling that air unit. My second tier referral, because one of our partners collected a huge amount of money. Oh, 1 second here. One of our partners collected a huge amount of money. Well, what they went ahead, I'm going to close that app so that's not my Christie system. So went ahead and got a 6-figure, and I got $60,000 on the deal just from the deal happening. So to show you the power of what Christie can do, it's walking them through this process saying, want this free money, right? Want this product, and then you want this product to help you and your employees, help you, because it's not just about COVID, it's not just about, airborne viruses, it's also about sickness, cold, flus. You have a sick season, the winter season, the cold season, right? There's shows many different research, and I can go on to that product in specific. Here's the biggest factor, Jeff, that I'm going to share this. Everyone has to solemnly swear. They're not going to leak this. But the person that we're connected to is going to be taking a high ranking position in this company that you all are going to get access to sell this product for you in the next 2 months. I'm not going to go into that in a lot of detail because I can't, right? But what I'm getting at, and you read between the lines here, is the person that introduced me to this product was a huge person in this industry. They actually retired and sold the company to this product called ActivePure. Electrolux is a publicly traded company, a $1 billion company. They have locations worldwide, is the parent company. This person introduced me, sold this air unit company to the CEO of Electrolux. Long story short, this person retired. They've been out of the business for a little bit. And the CEO has now said, will you take this high ranking position? I'm not going to go into detail because I can't. This is going to be nationwide news when it hits news circuits. You all are going to have an opportunity through Christie and the lead through the process to know, like, trust, and free money, getting them all this free action on, and then bringing them into this air unit. And then this person who's going to be taking one of the highest ranking positions in the company you can is going to close the deal for you. And this guy has closed 7 figures worth of deals for me out of the $4 million we've collected on this product. And by the way, these air tax credits are coming out. These are new things that are happening behind the scenes. So Christie is literally just feeding us these deals through SETC, through R&D, through Cafeteria 125, through now these air units, through Christie, which is the AI powered by Smart AI, right? It's just phenomenal. And to me, this is where things get very exciting, because now we're making upfront cash, upfront big ticket money, but then we're getting cash month after month after month, which is the upfront cash plus high ticket plus big money in MRR. This one that we launched for $10,000, our goal is to get hundreds of partners to that number by the end of the year. If you want to be one of the 100 partners to get to that number by the end of the year, this is something I like to say, Pheno. Failure is no option. We have a wristband. I'm going to send this to anyone that wants this, by the way. I have a whole box of them. And Jeff, I don't mean to steer this in the wrong direction, by the way. I'm just trying to let people know how passionate I am right now on getting business owners this cash, because they need it. They need it now more than ever. There's uncertain times in the market. There's uncertain times in the industry. There's a reason why our campaigns, we're getting leads in at the lowest rates we've ever seen out of our 20 years doing business. We go ahead and we follow up. We actually get their addresses in some of these applications, and we do physical mail drops. I'll show you all right here. That follows up. So there's an omnipresence. The reason why this works is offline, online, through their inbox. Jeff said WhatsApp, Messenger, through SMS, through voice drops. You're getting voicemails, right? And every single avenue here, there's an omnipresence, and follow-up is key. In this trust recession, the follow-up sequence right now is key. And this is what Christie is doing. And this is what we're doing with our partners to basically pile in as much momentum as possible, because here's the reason why. This data that we're bringing in, these business owners that we're working with, it's their weight in gold, because what they're going to be doing with us, with getting Christie, getting these tax credits, getting that we're helping them with are going to be making us money month after month after month. And that's something I want to really hammer home, because for me and my business, that's what's changed drastically in my business the last couple of years, is getting involved in products that have what's called MRR. Now, I'm not going to go into it all, but there's actually a way of doing that on the back end of this product, what we'll talk about with our partners, just because I know we're kind of going into an hour and a half now. And there's ways of making money monthly with this industry as well that we'll talk about. But holy moly, the chat lit up here, and
everything we talked about at this point, Ryan, was you could join the affiliate program for free. You can become an affiliate for Smart AI for free.
Yes.
You can become an affiliate for SETC for free. You can become an affiliate for the R&D for free. You can join. I think the cafeteria program is free too, right? There's no upfront fees on that.
It's the same with the ear units. All these are free to join.
There would be a fee of some sort to join this company. Is that true?
Nope. They're all free. They're all free.
They're all free. Amazing.
Zero.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. That's really cool. Well, the next one we got here, I think we already covered the cafeteria plan, right? We covered that one already, right? Yeah, I think we did. So then we have this one, funding, business credit, business funding. This is where a lot of the businesses out there are looking for like some cash, some capital, some improvements. They want to fund. They need $10,000. They need $100,000. They need some money for payroll. They need a kind of bridge loan or some kind of a way to get some extra money. And a lot of businesses don't even know this. They can get basically really good loans, business loans through their EIN number, not their social security number. It's not your personal credit score. It's your business score, which is called PAYDEX. Your PAYDEX score, which is totally different than your social security score and what comes through that. And so what this business pays 3 to 6% on the total funded amount. So if you have a deal that ranges anywhere from $10,000 to $1 million in funding, which some of these businesses might need, it's pretty incredible. Isaac, we'll show you guys how to join in just a second. I know we've been on here for a while, so just stand by. We're going to give you guys some links here in just a few minutes. So if you had $100,000 funded and you got a 5% commission on that, you'd make $5,000 commission on that funding deal. Just for Christy asking for, hey, do you happen to need some money?
Right.
And if Christy found a business that came into the funnel and it got all these other products and like they're just like loving her, they're loving on her, like, oh man, Christy, what else you got for me? Hey, yeah, in a couple of days I'll be talking about how you can get some free money, low financing, and they say I need $500,000. Yep. Well, $500,000 at 4% commission to you as the referral is $20,000 commission.
Yes.
Okay. And Christy took care of this for you. She explained it for you. She did the whole thing for you. Everything we've talked about to this point, you guys, do you understand? Like you've done nothing other than say, hey guys, sign me up. I want to get involved. And then we built your system. We put your affiliate links into the platform. We drove leads into the platform for Facebook ads. Those leads go into your account. And then you get texted. Every time a lead comes into your account, you're getting notices on your phone. Hey, Jeff Mills at this name, this phone number just became a lead for you, and started the process. And you watch these leads. Your phone's getting lit up of leads coming through. And then Chrissy goes to work. Again, not everyone's going to join every program, but imagine this was the program that hit. This was the one they needed. You know what? I don't need this other stuff. I need funding. Okay, give me that $500,000. Okay, I'm going to give you $20,000 because you did that deal. Am I getting this right? Ryan, or am I?
You're totally right. And I was going to pull up a real live example here. I'm just curious if she'll pick up here because I just want to talk about Victoria, right? Because she's someone that's awesome and we're working with her, and we'll see if she's probably busy doing massages, but she's a massage therapist that we're working with, and she's getting the funding deal. And we're working with her right now on this. But to backtrack, she went ahead and we're doing marketing for her as we speak. She's doing marketing services as we speak. But she purchased the ear unit for her massage therapy office, and she fell in love with it. She goes, "Well, my niece, she's unhealthy. She needs this ear unit." She bought one for her. This was actually the beginning of the year. She bought one for her brother-in-law because he has some breathing issues. And then my point is she got 4 units in total. she went ahead and got the free money with SETC was the entry. She came in through a Facebook ad and talked to Christy back and forth, fell in love with Christy, found her very helpful because she had a lot of questions. Christy answered all the questions, got her free money in SETC. Victoria then came in and loved Christy, and she got that, which was a 4-figure, a multi-thousand commission to partner that would qualify for a product like that, right? Is what Victoria did. And then from the SMS was actually opened up in email communication. She found out she needed to have a phone voice AI. Again, more revenue for partners when you start rolling these out to these customers. Now, Victoria literally just recently did a funding application recently because she says she's going to be investing more into these products. She's also big into like these electric mats and red therapy while she does and so those machines are crazy. One of them was $16,000 she showed me. I said, holy moly, it was a mat/light system. And, she's in the biohacking and getting people's bodies right. And she works with high level people and she goes, they need this, Ryan. They need this to really, feel well. My point I'm getting at is this is the clients that we're working, which now are raving fans. They love us. She loves Jeff every time. Oh, Jeff is so nice and so helpful, and his team is amazing, and everyone there is so great to my team. And those are repeated things I hear. Why is that? Because there's a saying, right, that I heard Zig Ziglar say many, many years ago. And I heard my mentor share this saying with me. That's how I met Jeff, which is if you help someone get what they want, and if you help them get what they want in life, in business, and in helping them, relationships, then you get what you want in life, business, relationships, right? And I'm paraphrasing it here. And I remember hearing that. And I set up a deal for my mentor in Jeff Mills where I made 10% of the deal. I was 19 years old. And I made hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. I have to go back and check my statements on those. That's how as I was helping my mentor get what they wanted, which was all these JV deals. And that was my focus. So my point I'm getting at, I wish I had AI back then. I wish I had Christy back then, Jeff, and holy moly, we would have made way more money. But anyways, going back to the point here in 2025, where we're at right now, giving business owners free money like Victoria, getting her the SETC credit, getting her Christy to use in her business, getting her now the R&D because she has these air units that she loves, getting her the funding. This has been a dream come true client, all from starting off through speaking to Christy one-on-one through a text message that started off seeing an ad saying, do you want this free money to claim as a self-employed individual or a business owner? So Jeff, thank you so much, because what this rolled out to be, what this escalated to be, Alan had no clue. Alan's a partner of ours that did over 6 figures in SETC deals. And Alan went ahead and we got him in this lady named Linda, who was an insurance agent, fell in love. By the way, Jeff, we have to do an AI system for her. So she's on our list, Linda Ham. Going back to the point here, Alan now has AI deals coming in. Alan now has all this momentum happening off of going through the process. He got $32,000 back. Actually, I'll show you all. I'll show you all. This is where he started off right now. Go here to SETC Pros dashboard. Because that's the thing, right? Some people say this, but we like to show.
Do you know how to share your screen?
Yeah, I'm going to do it right now here.
You got to do that little plus button down below.
So right here.
You gotta share your screen by hitting that plus button.
Yes. I'm sorry. All right, here.
You gotta bring it into the presentation.
StreamYard. I think I know what to do. I'm gonna pull this out so I can just share it. So it was in the same browser. So come over here, plus share screen, share my screen. There it is. Sure.
And then
right here. This person came in through that process as well. But right here, this guy right here, Jeff just
did. Tiny, man, we can't even see it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Zoom in.
So Jeff just did. I'm going to not share his personal info, so bear with me here. So Jeff just did demos with this guy for AI. He did demos with this that could be potentially, I don't know, Jeff, what do you think? A 6-figure deal? Not exactly. When people say that, we don't say that, right? I'm going to actually.
No, I would say a 7-figure deal with buddy. Well, some of the stuff we're cooking up with Alan is 7 figures.
So, and we're not saying that tongue in cheek. I want to, anyways, I had a stack of checks and I wasn't going to even show it because it wasn't planned. what I had in my bag that I have to drop off to the bank. But my point is, I could show you all checks ranging from $10,000, $50,000, $80,000, $150,000. One thing we've gotten really good at over the years is selling to people that need our services best. It goes back to, help people get what they want, you get what you want. And out of that has come the confidence where we say $10,000 is an easy breezy. For an insurance agent, we help them get 5 deals in the life cycle of 2-3 years. Boom, that's done. Now the 5 deals is peanuts for them, right? For a dentist, for a insurance agent, for a roofer, for a name the industry, education, like Alan's doing. It can go on and on and on to all these different industries that we've worked with and serviced with. And the foundational of it was getting them free money, getting them free cash, right? Getting them this help, getting them what they want. And then we just kept giving them what they wanted. Hey, you saw our ads. The question wasn't now, do your ads work? Of course they work. They saw the ad in the first place. Our average person watches 3 to 4 videos before they do an application. So they know our ads work. They got them through. Do you think they're questioning if they're getting free money back? Of course they see that work. Do you think they're questioning, oh, does Christy really work? Well, the one guy's trying to pick her up on a date. Of course he thinks it works, right? For heaven's sakes, right? There's not a question. It becomes a no-brainer. It's the biggest no-brainer of all no-brainers, really. And this is why Christy sells. It's why the tax court sells, because it sells themselves. In this trust recession, when you grab someone by the arm, twist them by the back, or try, oh yeah, this salesy, sleazy crap, it doesn't work. It's not going to work. They can smell it a mile away. They can jump onto Facebook and say, oh, this guy's trouble, leave out of here. We're in this trust recession, and people know that. The reason why we're getting conversion to what we're getting, reason how Alan is a 32K deal. I'm going to get paid. I got paid a bunch of money on Alan, just full disclosure. The person that referred him got paid a bunch of money, by the way, full disclosure. You all get paid a bunch of money when these deals come through. So say deals in the chat if you're going to get paid on these with us, because here's the factor is some of these tax credits, we have limited time windows. Some of these tax credits are opening up and you want to jump on them before the competition. Some of these things we're doing, no one else even has access to yet. Jeff Mills has one of the only in the world multi-affiliate program with intellectual conversational AI that closes multiple deals, programs, and offers that people would drool over if they have access to this. Literally, no, not even kidding.
And then again, Ryan, I don't think they caught that. Who has the only program in the world like this?
You do. And that's people said, Ryan, I did research on this when we mentioned this 2 months ago, and they came back recently and said, you're totally right. No one does. And they paid $10,000 trying to prove it. So, Jeff, this is actually different, not Jeff Mills. His name's last name starts with H. I know the system he bought. Anyways, we're not going to go into the details, but great guy. He owns an agency as well. And he's literally joked with me, and he became one of our guys recently. Paul, who's a big SEO guy, said, this is phenomenal. This is like something he's never seen before, this type of system. So the point I'm getting at is who sees the potential with SCTC, with the R&D, with funding, like Jeff mentioned, because we're helping business owners get what they need right now in the biggest time that they need it. Are we in a recession? We don't know. The stock market right now is going up and down like a yo-yo. The economy is, interesting things are happening, right? We're not going to go into tariffs, no tariffs, this tariff. The point is business owners right now are clinging on cash. They're clinging on these things, and especially when it's coming to them in the forms of being free, right? So, Jeff, let's talk about, did we miss one of the income streams?
We got one more.
Oh, one more. Look at it, right? But wait, there's more. Shout out to Billy Mays. Marketing services. This is actually one of my favorites because it goes back to MRR. Full disclosure, that MRR I just showed as a test was marketing services of business owners, right? So one of the things that you get access to is everything Jeff and I have experted in for over 20 years now. Jeff and I did a worldwide tour on Facebook ads. I'm not going to go into it right now, but put lowest Facebook ads ever. Jeff, I haven't even showed you yet. We have 17-cent leads to 25-cent leads coming in right now that are full-blown application leads for these, and 1 out of 4 of them are coming through as authorized deals, right? And the point I'm getting at is oh, no problem, Joe. We'll hope to get that replay to you. Take care of your 95-year-old patron. That's really important. Family first. But what we want to talk about here really quick, right, is how we're going to plug our partners in to the biggest income stream ever. And my 20 plus years doing this, Jeff agreed when we talked about this, which is getting them free money, getting them everything they need, and getting them the automation in their business that is state of the art that no one else has access to. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell. To backtrack, going from SCTC now all the way to marketing services, everything that we've done with the client has been proven. Reason why our conversion rates, I can go into it. Some of them are 44%. You didn't hear that wrong. It wasn't 4, it wasn't 0.4, it wasn't 4.4. It was 44 conversion rate because of the follow-up system Christy provides, because of the product level we have, and because of the attention we put to it on caring for the business owner right now in the most fragile time in a long time, right? So marketing services here has been proven. They've seen our ads. They've seen our, so this is actually Christy calling us right now on another deal that someone just picked up. They've seen our videos. The average person that was doing research on it watches 4 to 5 videos before they come through. So I'm getting at is everything we show the business owner has been proven because they went through it. You don't have to convince them AI is the future when they say, I'm embarrassed to admit she turned me down on the date, but I need it for my insurance company. Please sign me up, And the point I'm getting at is by the way, that guy, I don't think he's a client yet, but he'll be coming through soon. And in all seriousness, though, the focus here is how we can help the business owner. And that's been the key factor to my success the last.
I want to take a quick timeout. I know people want to get the link, but I want to show people what Christy does on a phone call. I figured out how to do it. So I'm going to call Chris. So let's just put this into perspective, and you can kind of get ready to kind of share the, we're going to demonstrate for you guys what happens. So let me put myself on here. Okay, so let's say you got a text message and or a phone call that came in and you missed it and you wanted to call the number back. Here's what happens.
This is Christy with Advanced Marketing Group. How can I help you today?
Christy, I got a text message and a phone call. I think I missed a call from you.
Sorry to hear that. Can I start with your full name so I can assist you better?
Yeah, it's Jeff Mills.
Nice to meet you, Jeff. How can I assist you today? Are you calling about one of our programs?
I think so. I got a call from this number, so I'm not really sure what it was about.
No problem at all. We have a few different programs. They include SCTC, R&D tax credits, health and insurance, business funding, and smart AI agents. Do any of those sound familiar to you?
I think it was something about the SCTC. Can you tell me what that is?
Sure. The SCTC program is designed for self-employed individuals who filed their 2021 taxes as a 1099, freelancer, gig worker, sole proprietor, or single member LLC. To qualify, you must have missed work in 2021 due to COVID-related issues, like illness, shutdowns, or caregiving. If you filed an extension for 2021, you may still qualify, but if not, the program is closed. Does that sound like it might apply to you?
Wow, that's pretty great. And so what's this cafeteria plan all about? Like how does that help me?
It sounds like you might be referring to the health and insurance program, which is sometimes associated with cafeteria plans. This program is designed for businesses with W-2 employees, not 1099 workers. It works alongside existing health insurance and can apply even to small teams with just 1 or 2 W-2 employees. The benefit of a cafeteria plan is that it allows employees to choose from a variety of pre-tax.
So you get the idea. So anyone calls Christy, she's taking the call and doing the work on your behalf. You will never take a call. You will never have to do the work that Christy does. You'll never have to answer a text message. Christy will do everything. Every single one of you will get the lead. Let me show you guys the inside. Ryan, I'm going to show them the inside of the account.
Yes.
And take them into the back office. And let's see, what screen is that going to be? That's this one. So, okay, so here's what happens. Inside Ryan's CRM, it's all white. There it is. So here's what happens. I'm going to go to the automation tab. I'm going to show you guys what the automation looks like. So a lead's going to come in through a Facebook ad. So this is the AI Autopilot. And I hope I'm not going to give you guys too much detail here and overwhelm you, but I just want you to see how complicated this is. So up here at the top, we have all of our affiliates. So we have all of our
Really quick, Jeff. Because someone said this last webinar Jeff and I did. Do not worry. Jeff did all this genius for you. You're not setting this up. Jeff's popping the hood for
This is
non-mechanics
the
and
for you
showing
thing. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So I do want to clarify that one
Yeah,
more time.
so let's say Ryan has been assigned an ID number 222, and when a lead comes through with his ID number 222, it goes down this channel, and then the lead drops into the system here. It gets tagged. It waits a minute, and then it follows Ryan up over here and looks for him. Okay, here's Ryan over here, and then it's got Ryan's. It sends Ryan. This one sends Ryan a text message letting him know he got a new lead. So this message pops up. It sends him a hey Ryan, a new SCTC Pros lead just arrived, and it has the name, the contact, and the info. So he has all the leads. He gets all of his own leads. Okay, he gets his leads. You guys are never going to be blinded with like, am I going to get any leads? You're going to see leads coming into your phone or into your email if you live internationally. And then it drops the links. We have all of Ryan's proprietary affiliate links for each of the programs listed here, and the AI knows what links to use to then send based on what program it is. And then we add Ryan's lead that came through his workflow. We add them to the workflow so they start getting the SCT follow-up. So what does that look like? So once they get to this point right here, it says add that person to the workflow. What's that workflow look like? So every one of these workflows looks pretty much exactly the same. It's just each one has a different product in it. So we're going to go find SCTC Pros right here. So this is the workflow. And when that lead comes into the workflow, we're going to tag them so we know they got into the SCTC workflow. So we know that that's how far they got. And then we're going to send them day one email. Okay, so we have this pre-written email. Then we're going to wait and we're going to send them a text. And we're going to wait and we're going to send them another text with the AI kind of reaching out to them, conversational AI question. Then we're going to add them to another workflow. Then we're going to wait 2 minutes. And we're going to drop a voicemail on them. And then we're going to put them in a queue to wait 24 hours. We're going to do the next day. We're going to send them an email, wait 2 hours, send them an SMS. Then we're going to go day 3. Day 3 email, day 3 text message right here. Then we're going to go to day 4, another email, another voice drop. We're going to wait. We're going to send them, hey, if you haven't got your refund yet, now's the time to go get it. Here's the link to go to. And it's your affiliate link coded just specifically to you. And then they're going to send that last email. We're going to wait to day 5. We're going to tag them. SCT complete. That means they got through all the workflow. So we know that lead went all the way through the whole entire SCT workflow. And we're going to move them right here. This last one, add to workflow. And we're going to send them over to R&D to go through the next phase in R&D. So it's bridging these people from one opportunity over four or 5 days, getting them excited, sending them emails, sending them text, and then it bridges into the next program. And look what happens on day 4. Hey, last reminder for the refund. If you're self-employed in 2021 and filled out a tax extension, you might qualify. Next up, a business tax credit you don't want to miss, which I'll explain to you tomorrow. So we're using that forward thinking, open loop. Hey, don't miss out this new thing I'm going to send you tomorrow, how to get more money. And people are going to be like, oh, cool. What's this new thing? I'm going to pay attention to that. So this is the workflow. This is what's happening. We're just moving people from one product, and we're just going from one chain, and then they get to the bottom of the chain, we move them to the next product, and they go down that chain, and then when they're through with that chain, we move them to the next product, then we move them to the next product, and then we move them to the next product. They're getting emails, texted, voice drops. Let me show you guys what the voice drop sounds like.
They're great. And I want to add this in really fast, Jeff, because something I think was brilliant that you did was Jeff looked at the conversation flow and remember AI, so we could see what converted within it, all the different things that we went through our trial and error on perfecting this. And I noticed Jeff used, Mythbuster, or I forget, or Myth, and he talked about the objections people have and the follow-up, saying, you don't only need a lab coat or a engineer degree to get an R&D credit. Actually, a lot of businesses qualify. Hey, and what Jeff did was all the misconceptions, all the things that people keep them from doing this. Now it's in the follow-up sequence, in voice drop, in SMS, in email, in phone call. So it's that omnipresence there to where people, it's overcoming the trust recession we're in right now. And that's the point I'm getting at, is this Christie system, and why business owners are jumping on it in the process for themselves, is they see it's overcoming their trust recession, over their trust issues with getting this done and completed, to say, wow, this can work for my business, because my pool cleaning business, we're having the same issues, or my accounting business, or fill in the blank. So Jeff, sorry, I wanted to add that in, and how you really tied in the best FAQ / questions people had, because we could see what people are asking in the chat.
Well, we used AI for all that, right? We know the FAQ is going to be. We had
Yes.
AI predict it, and then we built it around that. So
Exactly.
this is a sample voice drop. So if they miss a phone call, this is going to show up on their phone, and they're going to get this message from Christy.
Hey, it's Christy from Ryan Allair's office. Just wanted to give you a quick update. We had someone recently get approved for over $18,000 from the SETC refund, and it only took them a few minutes to qualify. If you were self-employed in 2021 and missed work due to COVID, especially if you filed a tax extension, this could still be available to you. No upfront cost, and it's a federal program under the CARES Act. I sent a link in our text thread, so check it out. I'll be in touch again soon.
There you go. So that's Christy dropping a voicemail, referring them to their text message or email to go find the link, which is the affiliate link to the partner who got involved. And then that person goes and checks their text message, clicks on the link, goes to the website, fills out the form. And when they fill out that form and they qualify to get a refund, then you get paid when that money gets deposited in their account. That's when you get paid. So I think we've taken everybody through the full spectrum here. If you guys have questions, please pop your questions into the chat here real quick. We're gonna drop a link here for you guys to get started. Ryan's gonna kind of take you through the kind of options you have. There's two there's two programs you can join with us today. If you'd like to be a part of us, we want to invite you guys. Please give us, if you would mind giving us permission just to kind of bring you into our family. And we're going to show you how you can become a part of it. We'll show you how you guys can get started. So if you have any questions, throw them into the comment box. We'll address those questions as we go through our final presentation here to get you guys started. I'm going to put up a screen for you guys. And Ryan, why don't you go ahead and walk them through the two programs and how they work?
Yeah. So really, I mean, it's basically one thing you can get involved with, right? Which is this amazing program, which is bringing everyone through A to Z, our multiple affiliate opportunities, which is getting business owners free money, getting business owners these tax credits, continuing to service them with marketing services, with Christy, right? AI deals, with more free money, funding, all these different options, right? And our partners are making a lot of money in this process. So what Jeff did is he saw this, and we haven't launched this publicly yet. So other than my internal list, now Jeff being number 2 because of our friendship for 20 plus years, he's been to my wedding and he's watched my kids grow up. I watch his daughter grow up, vice versa. We're more than just business here, it's family, like Jeff said. So what we're doing here is we're giving our family pricing, right? Which is our best pricing ever, right? That's our friends and family pricing, because this is going to be double, if not more, when we launch this to the public market. What is that? Well, that's feeding you deals. And there's 2 different options of getting deals fed to you. One is on the pro plan, one is on the executive plan. Okay. Now, obviously the executive plan is going to be the best plan. Sure, it's going to be a little bit more money, but my personal guarantee here, you're going to have deals fed to you, and you're going to have deals qualified that go through with either plan, right? And the focus though here is to get a deal through with what's called MRR, monthly recurring revenue, on the executive plan, right? And the focus here though is how we're going to do that is through our Facebook ads. I'm going to show with you not just our Facebook ads, our Google ad networks, our ad lists, how we access the cream of the crop, right? We go after the business owners that we know are qualified. How is that? Because we develop what's called the megapixel through all the ads we've ran. I have a secret right now that we're doing that's bringing in leads by the boatloads. And I'll show my screen in a moment, but you can scroll down and you'll see them coming in minute by minute, second by second, right? Deals even coming in moment by moment. And the fun part about that is it's all through the system that you saw, Christy walking them through, covering their objections. You guys didn't probably notice this, but I heard it because I watched this all day long. What Christy said in that 40 seconds was like 5 FAQs. She said, if you still you can qualify if you filed an extension exclusively, boom, FAQ. Well, how do I still qualify? Oh, it's for business owners that experienced issues during the pandemic, FAQ, right? That was someone said, well, how can I get this free money? Well, it's an impact during the pandemic. My point I'm getting at is this is what Christy did. She's lining this up for everyone. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be feeding leads through this process live. You're going to get text messages. You're going to see this I'm going to be working this process. We have you plugging into these affiliate systems. It's not a switch and bait where, okay, now you do $100 for this affiliate program, $200 for this one, $500 for here, just round up into 1,000 for good sakes. No, none of that crap. You're joining Jeff and I on this family pricing, $0 more on jumping into these affiliate programs. I actually paid out of pocket to get this to happen for a lot of you all to make this work. And we're going to get you access to the best training, but also the best results on onboarding the business demographic that needs it the most, which is business owners, self-employed business owners right now, primarily here in the US. Now, whether you're watching in Australia, watching in Japan, I'm using those examples because 2 of our big partners are in those 2 countries, anywhere in between, which we have a lot of examples on that as well, this is right for you. Now, if you're here in the US, it's even better. And, just when I say better, you're in our operating hours. So partner meetings, things like that happen to fit better. But my point is we replay everything, we give access to everything, no one's left out, and primarily the biggest part is we get results for all of our partners that join. Now, how we're doing this again is, if you want to join the exclusive offer on the executive plan, and we're only going to be doing 5 positions for this executive plan, and then we're going to be doing 10 on the pro plan to get things kicked off. Why is that? Because there's a guarantee here. We're going to be guaranteed deal flow coming through, guarantee processes happening to get results, guaranteeing seeing this take off for you to rinse, repeat, and scale. Who's committed? Put a FINO in the chat if you're committed to working with us on this really quick. Now, to be crystal clear, the executive plan is going to come with more leads. If you want, you can actually give us CSV files for warm leads. You're going to go ahead and have that come in through that executive plan. We have options of bringing leads through you. Obviously, we're not going to go to the phone book and just go crazy here and give us an ad in the paper and say all these people send to Christy. But there's a way we have to approve and come through, but we can upload leads and Christy can take effect and close these deals and bring them through all these different options for you, which again, you saw them, there's 7. We actually have that number doubling. It's not going to cost you 1 more penny when we add these on here in this next months that complement. We're not selling lotions, potions, any gadget or gizmo. These are business owner focused products for the people that need it most. Some of these are tax credits. Jeff, you don't even know this. There's one SCTC Pros is rolling out here soon that's going to be bigger than all of these we're going to add to Christy. There's some back-end AI tools and features that's going to be sold to these business owners. Yes, commissioned on that. And Christy sells it, you get commissioned. So the focus here is we're going to go ahead and we're going to work as hard as we can. And so where do I come in? It looks like it's all set up. You just click the link there, and then you're going to be getting a link to create a few accounts. One of the
I think they need a little bit more, if you could, explanation about the 2 programs, the pro versus executive. Like, what are the main differences other than the
Yes,
price?
thank you. So the main differences is the lead flow, right? So you're going to be getting a lot more lead flow on the executive plan, meaning we're going to bring leads in for 6 months to come through on this, and you get double the amount of leads on the executive than you do the pro. And then the biggest factor here, though, is there's going to be a bonus on the executive plan. This is going to be the biggest factor. This is the bonus we're doing for just the 5 partners. I'm going to go ahead and I have 7,000 of my own database that were sitting here that came through. This is not associated with anyone but me and what we had come through. We're going to use those leads and divvy them up in the accounts of the 5 partners on the executive level, right? And push them through Christy that you get those sales. Now, these are people that already know, like, trust. What happened? Some people get busy. That's the biggest factor that we've noticed is the follow-up. People literally we've contacted and they said, it's crazy because you kind of believe them, you kind of don't, because they're like, that's crazy. I never heard from I was wondering what happened. I'm like, well, wait a minute, what happened? We saw 6 emails went out, 10 text messages, you either ignored them or sure, maybe your phone was off and the glitch happened and you just missed them all. But we literally follow up with everyone that comes through the process, and our team will call them once they fill out the application as a follow-up. That's something that we do, because the secret is using the AI, but also having the human touch element to it as well. And we marry the 2, because that's the secret, is the trust recession happening. Now, we're not just like, robots are taking over, all doom and gloom, screw humans, because the truth is it's the fine dynamic. Humans are being replaced by AI jobs, tons and tons, but the AIs are in control AI is in control. Kicking in. The humans are in control of the AI, and the humans are still heavily involved on the back-end process that we do for you. So, for example, these products right here are going to be sold through a back-end seller like Mike and myself, right? These tax credits are going to be pushed through a guy named Mike. Ironically, I just realized that goes ahead and sells the Cafeteria 125, him and his team. There's another guy that sells R&D, and these are real people that come through that are actually working one-on-one. People can call.
As these leads are coming through the systems, and they're clicking through your affiliate links, and they're going to the websites, and they're filling out the forms, the companies that run those companies, they're closing the deals for you guys as well. So
exactly.
Isaac's asking, what's my job to close these leads? Isaac, your job is to sit back and do nothing.
Unless Isaac, you certainly can, right? We have people that want to be part of the process. We have people that have back-end offers that they want added to the process. So Isaac, someone like you that wants to get your hands dirty, get things moving, amen. The more the merrier. And this does add to conversions. There's no doubt about it. Now it's designed to where you can, as going back to the demonstrable, set it and forget it days, right? So the focus here is you'll be an affiliate, exactly. Joe, to be crystal clear, everyone's going to be affiliates of these products, right? And you're going to get access. We're going to get you set up, get you signed in. There are ways of doing that. And then from there, what we go ahead and do is this company pays out. So let me just back up and show the process, right? So you'll be paid out directly through the companies on your accounts, right? We're going to be sending the lead flow through. Why are we doing this, right? Well, how come you guys just don't do all the ads yourself and keep all the money? Great question. The full disclosure, there's a second tier. So I want to help you. The more money I help you make, the more money I make, the more money Jeff makes. So full disclosure, there are some motives, right? Jeff's motive is we're going to onboard 150 clients by the end of this year using AI on the nationwide enterprise level. Nationwide enterprise level means there's going to be a boatload of money made on those 150 accounts. Who here say enterprise level, if you're going to get cash in on the enterprise level, cash we have happening with Smart AI? Just curious if you're all awake here, because this is the future. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when people use this. Free money, first of all, is never going away, right? Government grants, free cash. So someone says, well, what happens when this cash goes away? Good question. Well, through Jeff's genius, we go in and by a couple clicks of a button, we can revert everyone's links, and our team can pretty quickly swap out stuff very fast. When you do need to swap to another tax credit, to another back-end offer, fulfillment hub, that's never going to go away. What is going away is people's trust, is people's, excuse the French, half-assing, is what my football coach would say. Quit half-assing. And, just when you're lagging, you're not doing it, you're giving your half effort. My parents would say it when I was doing chores, right? And the point I'm getting at is people's sales flows are happening that way because of the follow-up crap that's going on. Yeah. Christy, snap of a finger, eliminates it. So this is very serious business. We have 5 spots. Claim the executive spot now because I want to greet you as a partner, part of the family. We're going to send you some Pheno stuff. We're working with Jeff on getting some new Smart AI swag. So we'll be talking about that here later on. I can't wait to get my Smart AI swag. So I'm still jealous I haven't got mine because I think I'm a top referral.
I got the shirts up. You can actually go and.
I can't wait.
I know you got the Pheno swag. That Ryan's whole thing is failure is no option, and my whole thing is sales maximizing artificial intelligence response technology. A little bit longer than Pheno. It doesn't sound as cool, but it all works. We got a couple questions I want to address. So number one, what is the executive plan? So the executive plan is the best offer. You get the most traffic. You get the most amount of leads. The leads get entered into the front of the funnel, to the top of the funnel, and the AI follows up with those leads with all of your affiliate links. You don't have to do any setup. We set the whole thing up for you. You just say, sign me up, guys. Here's my money. We communicate with you, so you're involved every step of the process. You fill out some. You go to the website. You join the affiliate programs. You give us the affiliate links so we can know how to code them up for you. And then once we got all your links, we put them into the system. We send the leads into the system. Your leads start going through the 4 or 5 day process with Christy, asking about the different, 5 or 6, 7 programs, and they just systematically get moved from one funnel into the next, into the next, into the next. So you get way more leads with the executive offer. We're only going to get 5 people can get the executive offer. And what does that go to cover? What does that cover? It covers all of us to set this up. My team, Ryan's team. It's a lot of work. Okay, we have to build this out. Then also it covers the AI cost. There's a lot of cost, to run power to get AI to work. There's a lot of cost in text messaging, cost in phone calls, cost in emails. All that has a cost. So the money you're spending to do this covers those little tiny nickel-dimey costs, but they all add up, right? So it goes to cover those costs. It goes to for the cost for Ryan to do the advertising on Facebook to generate the leads for 17 to 25 cents over there. You get your really good amount of leads coming through, and they go right into your funnel. They don't get shared with anybody. The leads go right into your lead funnel with your affiliate link being shown through all 5 or 6 business opportunities on the back end, and they're only going to see your affiliate offer. And those leads belong to you. You're going to get a text message sent to you or an email if you live outside the country that's going to have the name, phone number, and email address of that new lead you just got. And you can do whatever you want with that lead. It is your lead. You now own it. You can put it in another program. You can call that person. You can offer them assistance. That's the best offer. It has a cost to it. If Ryan, like, how long does that offer last before they're going to need to re-up again to get more traffic or more leads from Facebook? You're muted out.
And so really quick here, I would go ahead and grab, I'm sorry, the coupon's applied. So Joe, the coupon's already applied. The 50% off coupon is already applied. So you'll see this was actually double the price, Joe. So good question. We already have a spot taken. Someone's asking to save. They're driving. I got a message. Dan, good to see you. Dan, this is perfect for you. That's going to fit in perfect. What we're going to do with Dan fits in perfect with Frank, which Frank says, is this a DFY offer? Yes, it is. Right now we have a DWY where you can do it with us on a few different versions and work with us. If that's what you want, people say, I want to get my hands dirty. I want to be on the sales calls. Great. You can certainly do that. If you don't, it is DFY, but you can, Frank, include other benefit programs to plug in. You have to do that on the executive level. We'll talk about that later on, but we'll be able to add other programs and if you can, something worthy and passes the smell test, you can even present it to other partners, present it to other people. There's some huge opportunity with that. We right now are doing a product with a lady named Lynette and made her a fortune because we had all of our partners just sign up for it underneath her. And she is servicing these business owners with this new offer. And I'm going to talk to Jeff here soon to add it to Christy. What I'm getting at is yes, Frank, grab your spot. They're not going to last long. Isaac, if you can, I grab yours as well, but we can definitely do a phone call. There is a PayPal sign up. So option there, there's a PayPal, there's the whole kit and caboodle, Apple Pay, Pay Later, PayPal. There's, I think every option you can think. I did the upgrade with Stripe, so it's like 72 options to pay nowadays. Bitcoin, for a way to here. I mean, if you need to send us a check or money order, we're direct mail guys, and we like that. But if you're watching the webinar, I'm assuming you don't have to do that. So we prefer you to, especially to grab one of those 5 spots. I'm not hyping this up. Reason why, Jeff, is because there's hard costs. This is the friends and family price. My full motivation here, and Jeff knows this, is I'm going to be partnering with them on screaming smart AI to the rooftops. We're doing contracts where I'm going to be going ahead and running this to huge audiences of business owners, by the way. And we're doing that through our partnership base right now. Why is that? My chips are in this bag because I believe pairing people with free money and helping them get what they want, right? And pairing it with a software that they're going through and getting this free money and they seeing how it works for their business and how, is this the best way to represent it? Demonstrable, going back to my partnership with Kevin, I talked about previously, this is a match made in heaven. This is literally, you can't get any better. So by the way, if you cannot, do the executive, there's still, you're going to get half the lead flow, but there's the pro option is still a great option to grab. There's 10 spots there. What are we going to do here? We're going to actually meet up as a group. We're going to be part of our partner meeting group. We're going to be showing you our DFY ads. I'm doing things, and my full motivation is I'm going to be recording some of this to use in our upcoming trainings. We're launching what's called Mailbot Secrets 2.0, where a lot of our online, offline methods became pretty famous. We did huge partnerships. I got on stages all around the world. Now what I'm doing is we're bringing what's called our partner coaches. That's you all right now. These are people that are in the game right now that are partnering with us, but they're elevating, they're climbing, they're coaching at points, and they're opening up other opportunities like Frank's talking about. We're going to elevate, and it's not about me, it's not about Jeff, it's about you all, and we're going to make your stories out there. We're going to, and again, it's not mandatory, but if you're wanting this, and we're going to use you as the case studies, not use, by the way, but with you, right? And getting this out to impact business owners and by the masses, because our goal here is to do multiple millions by the end of this year. And we're doing that, not just to stuff mine and Jeff's pockets. No, we are doing it through our partner base, which are you all right now. So Don Joe says, okay, so who's in right now? Put a Fino. I'm going to recognize, I know Dan, I'm going to see Mr. Dan S. If you're still here. I didn't even see Dan in the chat. So he just sniped in a spot. So good for you, Dan. I'm going to jump in here really quick.
You guys, Ryan.
Yes, sir. Joe is in. So Mr. Joe is in, Dan is in. We have a spot. So 2 executive spots left. This is like no hoopla here. You don't want to miss out. 2 executive spots left. I know Frank is on the block here. And is this the Frank G in Vegas? If it is, I might do a backflip. If it's not, I still love you, Frank. If it's the one I think I am.
Yeah, Frank in Vegas, maybe. Who knows? Listen, you guys. Nothing like this exists in the world. You're the first to see it. You're the first to get on a public, non-private webinar that's not internal. Ryan did it first to his list. Well, let's back up. I built a system for AI Autopilot, which is what I call Christy. I call it the AI Autopilot. Ryan calls it Christy. But I built the AI Autopilot to work for my buddy Neil. And then I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can figure out how to do this like multi thing. And we can promote all kinds of stuff with AI, all going boom, boom, boom. And Ryan's like, yeah, I got a vision for that. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, I want to do this thing. Like, I've been wanting to talk to you about it, but I just haven't had time. And so then Ryan's like, Jeff, think about what we can do. We can bring them through this program. And then when they qualify, they get money from that program. They're going to love us. And they're going to want to see, hey, you got more ways I can get money? I'm like, okay, sure. So then here's the research and development credit. You can get money from that. See if you qualify. Okay, I did. I qualified. I got money back. Great. What else do you got? Do you need business financing? How about some money, like, to run your business? Yeah, I could use some of that. Okay, here you go. And then they get money for that. And then, hey, how would you like to have AI closing your sales and booking your calls and talking to your prospects and answering your phone calls and sending out text? And or maybe you need marketing to get people to find out about your offer. And then we can plug our AI in on the backside of everybody who comes through, generate leads for you, and then do the follow-up for you with AI. So you're plugging into a massive, massive system here that's done for you, completely built, already tested, already proven, already working, already in play, already making big time commissions. Ryan told me earlier today, he's like, Jeff, like everything in my life has worked up to this moment. This product, this system, this thing you built that we have together is the vehicle that's going to take him to becoming a millionaire in the next year. Brian's already done multiple millions, but
Right.
like sometimes getting to $1 million quick is the fun thing. And this is the thing that's going to get Ryan to $1 million quicker than before, than he ever has before, probably. And we want to bring all of you along for the ride so you can get lots of littles, okay? Lots of bigs, lots of littles. You've got to take action, because what is your alternative? You guys going to go out there and try to compete against me and build this thing yourself? Good luck. It took me a long time to figure this out. And yeah, with some really smart people, maybe you could figure out how to reverse engineer this thing, but I doubt it. And so take the time that we've taken to build this thing, and the effort, the precision, the care, the love, the heart, everything we put into this thing is for your success. Just plug in. That's all you have to do is just plug in. You don't have to go build anything. You just join, you pay, you join, and then I don't know, within the next 5 to 7 days, Ryan's going to start communicating with you, letting you know the leads are going to start coming in. We're going to turn the thing on. The Facebook ads are going to come in, and pop, 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 pop. Leads are going to start coming through. You're going to get notifications. You're going to see the social proof. It's not going to be one of these things that we start it today and like a month goes by, another month goes by, another month goes by, and you don't see anything happening. It's going to be really quick action. This is not anything that's going to get delayed. And then you'll continue to have more opportunities brought to you, more back-end services that people would join. And man, you can take action.
And Renita has a question.
You know?
She said, crap, I am at work and missed what is in each product. Can you put that slide up, please? Actually, we have what's called the Hero slide. I can even pull it up if you want, Jeff.
I don't think I have it. If you have it, you want to pull it up? Go ahead.
I'll just show. I was communicating with Jeff in WhatsApp. I'll just pull up the image off WhatsApp and. Here we go. Here it is. The overview, right here. So I have it pulled up. If I could share my screen, come here, share screen, Windows. There we go. WhatsApp. Perfect. I'll zoom in. Don't worry. I know it's going to be kind of far. So I'll even, can I maximize this? I think it is maximized. Anyways. Oh, there it goes. Here we go. So right here, it's the tax credit, SETC. Here's number one. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. Is that nice?
There you go.
Is that nice and zoomed in? Okay.
Yep.
So by the way, forgive me, this right here is a little bit off, but you're going to get the point here. We need anyone else that needs to get it. But there's going to be 7. Again, just the lucky 7. This is just the intro. We have a lot coming. This is just starting off. The SETC employed, right? This is the number 1 company we've worked with. We process tons of money with them. This is going to average deal between $500 to $1,500 per payout. Some people might say, hey, that's not like crazy, but I don't think it's too bad, right? It's going to be a mid to higher ticket price payout. It's going to be one-time payout, by the way, but it's getting self-employed business owners as cash. Here's the biggest factor. This right here has taken off. You want to know why it's taken off? The competition is sleeping. Jeff, I'm not here to beat you up, but Jeff's like, oh, the expiration date expired. I'm done. And Jeff jumped off it like a lot of other people. Not now, he's jumping in again with us on this because I showed him the results and the numbers. But going back to the numbers here, the numbers are taking off like crazy because the competition turned off, and there's still over 30 million business owners in the U.S. that qualify for SETC Pros. The top 40, under 40 tax attorney in the U.S. has a whole podcast about this with some of the biggest business influencers in the world. Going back to the point here, though, is you get paid a nice percentage of this. You get paid a big chunk of this that's going to fill your pockets, right? Then you have the R&D credit, right, which is kind of jumping off here because this is the image that was messed up. In the cafeteria, 125 is the residual payouts plus one-time payouts. Or better yet, I'm going to do this really fast. I have another. This actually, I have the perfect slide for her. So just bear with me because I'm going to show.
Oh, we lost Brian. He disappeared. He cut himself out. He's out in the wind. Hey, this has been a long webinar. Thanks everybody for sticking with us. That's stuck with us all this far. I know it took a while to get to the meat and potatoes of it, but we got to build a story. We got to build a story. We got to make sure we connect with you guys. We got to make sure that we do our job to let you know that we're trustworthy people that you can do business with, and we look forward to helping you guys make as much money as we possibly can, hands-free. If you want to work it on the back end, you certainly can. If you want to reach out to these people and make even more money by helping these people get through the finish line, introducing them to the products ahead of the bot, you certainly can. Or just let the bot do its work and step in if you need to or not. It's completely up to you. It can be totally passive, 100% passive. The leads come in through Facebook. They talk about SET, research and development, smart AI, cafeteria plan, business funding, marketing, any other services we add in the back of that. And the AI just takes them all through those things. So it's going to be amazing for you guys. I bet you Ryan's computer died. I bet you his laptop wasn't plugged in and he forgot, and now his laptop died. So who's got some other questions? Throw some questions at me here in the chat. Renata says, oh crap, I'm at work and I missed all the products. So we just went through that, I think, for you. So we got you all set up. Ryan, did your computer die?
It shows that it's about to for some crazy reason.
I thought maybe your computer died or something.
There we go. I'm going to plug it in there because it is on the brink of low battery. So thank you. So were you able to see my screen? I showed my screen and somehow I got kicked off the monitor.
You got launched, man. We launched you. I don't know how. So Joe says, will I be able to use Christy for my own business? Okay. That is another product for another day. I would say, Joe, if you're interested in having a custom version of Christy, we can do that, but it's nowhere near the prices of what we just showed you here today. That's a lot of work. Join one of the two programs.
This is the starting point.
Started in one of the two programs, and once you're part of the family and you're seeing how everything works, then yes, we can upgrade you to. We have two programs we didn't talk about, but we can upgrade you to the higher end programs for the people who are ready for it. We can build these systems for business opportunities. We can build these kind of systems for other companies that need something like this. But Ryan is the exclusive partner in this right now, so we're going to honor him and serve him first.
But to answer your question, though, we're going to be doing these custom deals in the back end with our partners, and A, for their businesses, but B, the businesses of the referrals and businesses that are coming through these tax credits. So to answer Renita's question really fast, you have your self-employed cash credit, right? And we're going to be getting $500 to a couple $1,000, right? And you're helping self-employed people like drivers, barbers, stylists, freelancers.
Can you zoom that in?
I'm sorry?
Can you zoom it in?
Oh, I certainly will. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. Is that better there? I'm trying to get a little more. And a typical range, right? $15,000 to $32,000. So we're making $500 to $1,500 per deal. Sometimes up to $1,800 depending on how it's filed. And this is a big money payout, which is upfront cash, but then it trickles back into the R&D credit, which right here is 6% of the 20% processing fee. And businesses doing any kind of innovation. Construction, software, manufacturing, lots more, right? And a lot of misconceptions to this. They think like they have to do lab coat work or have to do scientific work. We show this with the client. There's a lot of people do qualify for it. And we get thousands on this, right? And there's actually multiple years we qualify for this that Christy's closing this for. Then you have Cafeteria 125. I'm going to one quick, so my apology, but for sake of time here. This is going to pay us 6% of total savings processed, plus $10 to $20 a month per employee. Full disclosure, transparency moment here. It's going to maximize at 3 years, unless you want to get an insurance license. There's ways around that to do that. But backtrack here, for 3 years, $10 to $20 a month. And this is the sleeper hit, because companies with employees can save thousands on payroll taxes, and you earn a piece of that upfront and monthly fees, right? What does that look like? The more employees, the better. We actually, this company did the dealings for a guy that starts with Grant, named C, airplane guy, with this. I want to be careful because, he'll probably say, you owe me money for, using me to advertise. Anyways, funding offers for business credits is number 4. This is Christy closing all these. I want to really hammer this down. And 3 to 6% on that. So $1 million, that's, $60,000 is just free money, right? Because you're helping someone else, and people need money now more than ever. And that's an option there. Then Christy, as you all know, there's big money in AI, to thousands, to the MRR. So, you're going to get that access through us. Right now. And then you have marketing services, right? Jeff, he has been running ads successfully for years. We've been running ads successfully for years. We partner with companies that do this as well. So we go in and can automate marketing for them, and we get a piece of that pie. This adds to the MRR. And then last but not least, number 7.
Hold on. Like, pair those together, you guys. Imagine for a business, they need leads, right? So we do the lead generation for them. And then can you follow up with the leads too with that AI thing that was talking to me? Yeah, we can get you AI to talk to all those leads too as they come through. And now we're helping business owners live hands-free lives. They're still going to get involved, but we're generating the leads for them, and you're making an affiliate commission on that. And then we're following up with the leads with AI for them, and you're going to make a commission on that. Yes. And you guys, we got you covered every single way you can go to Wednesday. This is amazing.
And let's not forget the demonstrable part here, right? Demonstrable, where we're demonstrating. They're not guessing if we know ads. They're seeing and retargeting ads, because the average person watches multiple videos. They see multiple emails. They see multiple communications, right? Does AI work? Of course they know it works. It got them free money, for heaven's sakes. So it goes back to all this becomes no-brainer, automatic. Heck yeah, I need that. I want that. I need that. Give it to me now type mindset, because they see the impact and it's crystal clear. It's as clear as day. So last but not least, Christy's going mad here, right? 6 income streams. This is all automatic. Don't worry. No more money needed after this, because this is filled out the applications for the affiliate opportunity, and we plug in your links. That's it. Number 7 is PPE, which is Pure Profit Explosion, with our water and air, and like the Pure Profit, get that right? Pure air, pure water, and the average sale here is between $2,500 to $7,500.
These are business. You're selling these to business owners.
Yes.
These are like all the leads that are coming into our funnel. You guys are business owners. They're not biz oppers. They're not broke affiliates. They're not people who are living in their car. They're business owners who run big companies. Okay, we're not marketing to nickel dime people. We're marketing to business owners with cash and money. So when they need to have these air purification systems or water systems installed in their business, they will pay thousands of dollars for these units. And some of them might want to buy them for personal use for their homes too.
Exactly. And I'm going to share something really fast here in 1 second, right? On what we're going to be doing with our internal partners. So if you have not yet, I want to make sure we greet all of our partners. So I'm actually going to do a really quick, make sure I'm not missing anyone so far. Mr. Frank is in the house. Awesome, Frank. So welcome, Frank, here. So that leaves another spot left. And by the way, technically 2 spots. One person mentioned something. I haven't seen them in the chat since, but we have 2 spots here. When someone's mentioning that they want it. So do not sit around, right? You want to grab this, especially after you see what we're doing for you, working with us here. You're going to be in a private group or a family group here that's showing, hey, how are we doing this first and foremost for you, but also other business owners, other partners, right? We're going to log in. I'm going to show our stats, right? And right now, I'm going to show you how we go ahead, and these are our SCTC deals, leads, bring them in for 72 cents. That's lead. That's not click. That's coming through here. That's qualified, right?
That's a lead filling out a lead capture form.
Yes. And if I want to be marketer here, right, and like come down here and like, oh yeah, look I'm so amazing, because they can go ahead and piggy point, like their best days, we chop this down as low as 37 cents, right? And the point I'm getting at is these are people that say, yes, I'm a business owner. And the secret, though, is how we're able to access, and we're going to show this in our very first session for our family, for our partner family here.
There's going to be training after this, huh? So like people can like learn more about the processes and the businesses.
Exactly. Yep. So actually, yeah. So right after this, we actually have one coming up for you to join. So actually, let me know here. What I'll do is I'll drop a link. So say Fino, if you joined, or here's the thing, Scouts Honor, if you're joining and if you're planning on joining and you're, moving funds over, you're, in work or moving, I want to get you over this link here. So one moment while I grab that, and I'm going to paste that there because we get to work fast, right? And we get moving quick because we don't play around when it comes to our partners and our partner success. Right over here. Oh, shucks. Here we go. And I'm going to copy registration info. I'm going to go over here. And did I get kicked off again?
No, you're here.
Okay, whew. So I'm going to go to StreamYard. The reason why is because it doesn't show me here in the StreamYard.
I'm showing my screen real quick, showing people the links to go purchase.
No, you're good. So I'm just going to paste in the link for our partners. So private chat. Oh, let's go over here. Am I able to do a private message?
Yeah, I don't know how to private message on this platform.
So our partner meeting. And you want to grab, so here's the thing, we're really serious on this, right? Because we have some massive action, because we're going to be launching our product here to the masses these upcoming weeks. Jeff, we talked about this, but one of the things that we thrive at is creating marketing systems for affiliates to join, right? When we launched our air unit right here, and this is the last bonus we're doing. So if you haven't joined yet, you want to join right now, because the second this stops, these spots will be taken and you will miss out, right? That's actually going to be on if Thrive Card's connected properly, that page should come down. So you don't want to play around and miss out on that, okay? So right here, But it should come down once those spots are filled, so you don't miss out. It happens every time. They say, how come the page says it's down? That's why it's down if it shows it that, so do not miss out. So right here, this ear unit, right, we're showing you how to make tons of money on this. This just launched new tax credits for business owners, right? What we do is we promote it, right? We educate, right? We're talking to Christy. We can even send them, if it's a qualified lead, a protection kit saying, this is going to protect you. And here's the FDA results. And it goes back to the trust recession, right? We go through line by line. They get this digitally, they get it physically as well, right? NASA was behind this product. It was at the NASA space station, right? It's won awards, right? They use it in the Pentagon when the attacks happened to get the smokes come out from the smoke damage during the 9/11, right? Universities. I'm going through here. My point is we're going to be doing the all new 2025 protection kits, and then all new 2025 pure profit kits that are going out to the masses are going to allow them to use Christy AI, because in the back end, we're selling Christy, right? We're even on these, everything we're going to be pushing to is, because I believe AI is the future. I really do. First of all, there's an MRR, monthly recurring revenue, tied into AI, which we all love, right? We want to bring up the MRR as much as possible. Second of all, it's helping the business owners with what they need most in this trust recession, which is follow-up. And they see it because they get free money, they get funding, they get tax credits, they get everything above from that process, okay? So to backtrack here, to be crystal clear, what we're doing with our partners, what we're doing for everyone here right now, is I'm going to be going back to our list of business owners that purchased air units. Are going to be going back to our business owners that got involved with us on getting this out there. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put my link, I'm not going to put Jeff's link. We'll do a rotator and put your link as a bonus. Okay. Why is that? Because we have this launch coming up where we want to feature as much results as possible on getting people onboarded into Smart AI, showing their success. Victoria is one. We have another guy named DG that owns a Jamaican restaurant. We have many other people that have brick and mortar businesses, small businesses. This is the backbone of America, people that need it the most, the people that are sometimes struggling, sometimes having some tough times. That's going to give them that boost and allow them to make more money, right? We're the heroes in that process. You are the hero in that process. So to backtrack here, as a bonus, this is only for the 5. That's why I said, because we have so much data that we're going to rotate around, and we're going to go ahead and get you and onboard you an SCTC deal through these business owners that got this, and then say, hey, we're back here to help you out, because there's a specific list we have that we're going to segment and upload that I mentioned. Part of that 7,000 is part of this group here, right here. So this is what we're doing, and I'm going to go ahead and to add, icing on the cake, we're going to drop a direct mail piece of 5,000 pieces. So do the math, right? On the 5 executive spots, for 1,000 pieces collectively on each one. That's going to go out, a direct mail drop to these business owners. That's going to push your links. And then we're also going to say, hey, do you want to sell this? Do you want to refer this? And you can get a 10% referral when they do that, right? You get a actual referral back on these tax credits, because these tax credits have a 2-tier affiliate program. It's not MLM. It's not all these dog legs, twist legs. I don't even know some of the terminology some of those companies use. Nothing against it, by the way, either. We have been involved in some companies that made a lot of money, and there's great products. So I'm not saying, but this isn't that, is my point. What this is the highest converting affiliate system right now in 2025, working with the biggest need of client base, local business owners. You are capitalizing on that. And Christy, which is the person behind Smart AI system, you're going to be making money on monthly money, upfront money, month after month, day after day. And this is why I, doing what we're doing. Like Jeff said, we do multiple millions, and I want to raise, by the way, my goal here is I want to add millions to our portfolio, right? The home we live in is 2-point-something million, the cars we drive, yada, 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 whatever. What I want to do, though, is I want to put $1 million in partners' pockets. That's my goal. So here it is. Right now, put your name on the chat if you're one of the executive partners, because we declared it. Jeff and Ryan are going to put $1 million in partners' pockets. It's called Race to 7 Figures, okay? So right now, Race to 7 Figures. It's not my, because I already made millions. Jeff already made millions, right? I could sell my home tomorrow and not do anything for like the next 10, 15 years if I wanted to, and have that money just make me money. But that's not my intention, right? And I'm not selling my home. That's multiple homes we have, right? Or assets or Bitcoins, or me and Jeff promoted Bitcoin back in the day, and that would have been worth millions today if we didn't cash it out. Anyways, point is this is the fun thing that this business blesses you with. When you get on the inside, you're going to be on the inside with Jeff and I. So we have 7 figures, race to 7 figures right now. Put your name in the chat if you are part of that race to 7 figures. And now, by the way, either position, pro and or executive. Now, to be crystal clear, executive is where you want to be. Why is that? Because it's going to have the most lead flow and the most action. There's a few bonuses for that, for 5 partners. If you have not yet, do that now. So let's check it out. I know we have, I'm going to pull up our, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and pull up our system that's going to show us who is the Fino family, the Smart family. We have, my apologies, Frank, I see you there. So it's actually right here. Number 1, Frank. I'm not saying number 1, Frank, you're number 1, maybe you are. Yeah, right. But what I am saying is the first name I see, to be crystal clear. All of you are number 1, I should say. But Frank, okay. Number 2. Let's take a look here. Mr. Joe C. Joe C. Mr. Dan. Dan S. There's 4. I'm putting it out there. There's 5. Put in your spots right now. You have this mega bonus going down. You do not want to miss it. If it hits the replay, it's going to go quick. So you don't want that to happen. Right here. There's a lot here. I'll be able to use Christy. So you will, yep. So Joe, 100%. So you're in with us. Great. I'm back. How to answer the door? No problem. Joe, we gave like $3 million secret, so no big deal. You missed out. So right here, Renette, you want to make sure you grab your spot. Isaac, make sure you grab your spot if you have not yet. Frank, you are in, and I want to make sure I'm not missing any questions. Right now is the time to ask your question. So tonight, to be crystal clear, is going to start our first meeting, 5 p.m., so hour and 15 minutes. Now, if you can't make it, no big deal. You're going to replay. But this is where the rubber hits the road. We're actually going to dissect some of the marketing campaigns, dissect some of the action happening, and you're going to be plugged in right away, okay? Now, the focus point here, let me jump under here, and I want to list out our partners when they get in because I want to honor, and we have these amazing bonuses that we're going to be that are limited here. So I want to make sure that we're not missing anyone. And if you need us to save a spot, I saw that, and maybe it was a email. I got to go back to that. I saw someone mentioned they were on the webinar. They saw me and asked me to save a spot. Anyways, I'll find that person. But I'm trying to pull up our system. So,
well, while you're doing that, I'm going to do a little digression, but you can keep talking. I'm going to show people something cool. So remember this little funnel I was showing you guys earlier? Well, let me show you how you've heard the phone, you've heard the voice. Let me show you what happens when a lead comes through. So actually, let me just go to this page real quick. Actually, let me just pause my screen. I almost removed myself from the group. All right. I almost did it right. Yeah.
As I said, I've done that 4 times now, so don't feel too bad.
All right. Let's see. Man, you got a lot of leads that have come through already. All right, here now I can share my screen. So now let's go up in. Okay, so this is the workflow for me. So I came in the system today, July 24th, 10:30 a.m. when I tested it. It says, "Hey, Christy here from Advanced Marketing Group. You recently requested info about the SETC refund. Can you confirm this is Jeff?" So this is the text message they're getting. And then she says, "Oh, by the way, I work with the team at AMG and just needed to go over some things about the program. Is it okay I ask you a couple questions? By the way, here's the link to sign up." So she's dropping Ryan's affiliate link on me. That's Ryan's affiliate link. And then we always put this reply to unsubscribe anytime there's a link with and a text message. It's kind of the rules now. I know it sucks, but it's better that way, actually. I'm not worried about it. So then it calls and leaves a voicemail on my phone.
Hello, this is Christy from AMG. I can't wait to see if you qualify for the tax refund from the self-employment tax credit and SETC pros. So I just sent you an email and also a text message. Had a couple quick questions. If you can respond to the SMS I sent, that would be sweet. There is a link there for you to claim your refund too. So please check your text message and reply. Gotta run. Talk to you soon.
Totally sounds human, you guys. No one would ever know that's AI. So now I haven't responded. I haven't responded to this. So I'm going to respond in real time. So I'll show you guys what happens in real time. So I'm going to go to that text message that I got here. Let's see here. Hey, this is Jeff. Now watch what happens. You'll see it show up in the dialog box right down here. So there I am. So now you guys won't be able to see this. This is the people, like Ryan owns the CRM, so he'll see all this happening inside the CRM. You guys aren't going to see the conversations that are happening, but I want you to see what happens so you understand what's going on behind the scenes. So now that I've responded to the text message, Chrissy should wake up. She's programmed not to just immediately respond and just like send a text message. Look, she sent something. Here it is. Great to hear from you, Jeff. Did you happen to be self-employed and file your 1099 or Schedule C for the year 2021? I did. So I wrote her back. I did. And then this is meant to stimulate and simulate a human being. So again, she could just paste a whole paragraph of a response immediately after I said I did. We want to take our time like a real human being that's typing something out by hand, by thumbs. I'm all thumbs, right? So Susie, look at Susie coming up in here. Susie says, I'm in.
I know.
Welcome in, Susie.
I'm jumping on the camera right now, Susie. I got off it. And Susie, you are right here. So we have this other last spot, Jeff, and I know people have mentioned it. Someone said, I don't know if I thought it was
your partner meeting started an hour ago, Ryan.
No, it starts at 5. I moved it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Good. Okay, so
guys, the partner meeting. I'm kidding.
Christy responds, perfect. You might qualify for the SETC tax credit. You can check out more details and see if you qualify. Here's that link again in case you need it, right? And I can say, how's it work? I'm curious. How's it work? This is an AI responding to me, you guys. This is conversational AI. It feels natural, feels like a human talking to another human. It's not weird. It's not like ManyChat. It's not some other bullshit system out there that's just like, automated responses. This is conversational. It goes where you take it. And it's pretty remarkable. This AI is something else. So how does it work? She's going to come back and says, so the tax credit offers financial relief for income loss due to COVID. If eligible, you could receive a refundable credit up to $32,220. Here's the link for more details. So what is she doing? She's pushing the call to action because that's how we get them a refund. It's how we get paid. If I fill that form out and I get money back, when they get their money back, I get money, my 20% commission on it. This is amazing. Okay. So this is what's happening besides the voicemail. And now if I'm curious and I see that she's texting me, I can call her phone number that's on here and I can talk to her and ask her questions. And she's going to do the same thing over a phone call and help me out. Now, I think I had it set up, Ryan, where if I call Christy and she can't answer the question, I think it does a live transfer to you. Is that right?
To any other organizers or
Right.
panelists
Yep.
on
And
the line.
I think you're right. For some reason, the update didn't update. Letting everyone know we're starting at 5. The email, people knew it because the email didn't match.
To allow all attendees
Is that your phone that's coming through?
Will notify you once you begin.
Yeah, right here. Many people know we start at 5. Because you're right. For some reason, the email went out wrong. So I'm just going to let anyone know that potentially we start at 5 CDT. Sorry. for wrong time.
Yeah, we went a little bit long on this webinar.
That's all right. No,
so
sorry.
anyway-
I'm sorry. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to edit this really fast while I can. So yeah, Jeff, sorry. So you were asking a question and I was letting people know because my heart skipped a beat because you are right. The update went out, but it had 2 times and it confused some people. So it all worked out. But yeah, so I'm going to go over here really fast and just over here and talk about the 5 p.m. on the 24th. There we go. Okay, perfect. That should.
For those of you who are watching the replay later, if you have a question about like if the offer still stands or because we're right on the cusp of closing down the executive, we might have to open up some more spots, Ryan, but we'll have to decide that later. But just if the thing when you go to the website, if it's still open, then you can grab that spot. If you go
As
to
of right now, we have that 1 spot left. So if you're watching the replay, grab it right now. If the page is live, the spot's open, just to be crystal clear. So page is live, spot's open. You want to grab it and not wait because this bonus is going to take effect starting this upcoming Monday. Okay. So now, by the way, if for some reason the render doesn't happen and people don't see it, and Tuesday, Wednesday, someone jumps in, don't worry, we'll jump you in on that 5th spot. But this is when we're going to be rubber hits the road, action happening, and you want to make sure that you're in because there's going to be huge things. Now, there's still quite a few pro packages left, right? Now, here's the thing, grab either or. But what you want to do, if possible, is grab that last executive spot if you can. If not, the pro package is there. Grab that because we could always upgrade you in the future date. So grab the pro package if you have to, but you want to grab the executive if possible because that's going to be the game changer for a lot of partners on what's happening, especially with the bonus we'll be offering.
if you want, if you want, like we talked about, like possibility of customizing some of this for you or building something special for you, you've got to be in the family first. So join at whatever level you can get in. Reach out to Ryan or I. You'll have ways you can do that. And if you want to talk about those next higher levels, it's a lot more money, you guys. It's a heck of a lot of money. So don't be scared about that. But big
Hold
reward.
on, I want to add something. We are still, because we know the market. There's a company, I'm not going to say their name, and they're out there. We know the guy that runs the company, and they charge double or triple what we charge, and they get it all day long. So we're extremely fair and a heck of a bargain. But to be crystal clear, there's people charging hundreds of thousands of dollars that we sell at a fraction of that cost. So I want to add that in there, Jeff, because there are people out there that are what the value this where we really value it at. I know people right now that are charging hundreds of thousands of dollars.
This is just friends and family, my list, Brian's list. We are going to take this to the future to other joint ventures and other groups, and they're going to be crushing it. They're going to be paying a lot more than you guys will. Man, you guys are going to be the pioneers, and the pioneers are the ones that found the gold. They're the ones that found paradise. They found the vistas. They found the views. They found the cool spots to build their livelihoods on. And if you've been looking for a place to build your livelihood on, you found it. This is it. We're the best done for you system that's ever been built with AI, lead generation, AI follow-up. Doesn't exist until now. Now you have it. You can get it.
Exactly. Well, the spot's waiting for your name on it. We're going to greet you. You're going to be in our family. You're going to be in our group. And you're going to get access to exclusive things. Let me come down the camera. There's the box there. So your name's on it. We're going to be reaching out here momentarily. So be on the lookout for emails.
What's Joe's question mean?
Is there a way I can increase affiliate sales once we 100%? Yeah. So 100%. So he's asking, can he jump in more and do 100%? So we have ways of increasing. So this isn't limiting you to just doing this and slow playing it. There's ways to go ahead and throw your foot on the gas and do some huge things. So don't worry, Joe. We are in your corner. We're going to go ahead and keep things happening. And Jeff's going to be part of this process. He's going to be part of the whole launch phase. And you all are going to be part of this as well. So our commitment is getting you deals. Our commitment is getting the action in. And Jeff, no one can sell AI as good as I've seen Jeff. How do I know that? Jeff's paid me a huge amount of money referring AI. I'm also an affiliate. I've also got in and paid my way to get in as well. As crazy as it sounds. Now, Jeff has done me family deals like he is you all. He's given me the discounts like he is you all. But full disclosure, I'm coming into this just like you all, and we're going to make a win-win scenario, and we're all doing this together. Okay. So that last spot has your name on it. If you haven't grabbed it yet, jump in whichever way, executive and/or pro, or I guess pro, but executive if you have to. And then in the meantime, we're in your corner. We are WhatsApp available, SMS. You don't deal with Teams and all these things. No, obviously we do have teams that you can work with, and you'll be getting messages from and communication. But on the trainings, on working with you, is going to be a one-on-one. And what we do ask is to have some availability on some check-in time on this process. Doesn't mean hours and hours, like 10, 15, 20 minutes in some cases, at least a couple of times here in the next month or so, with making sure all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, and we're going to be doing some really huge things. Will there be a email invite for that? Yeah, there will be. So don't worry, Joe. You're going to get an email. You're going to get everything you need there coming up here. So you're going to be taken care of. There's going to be some action steps. Tell you where to schedule calls. Tells you where to get your accounts created. And again, $0. Now, I want to say something really fast for the partners that jump in. One of the companies has options to upgrade, has options to spend some more money, has options to do some things. Do not do it. Why is that? Because we've negotiated a deal, and I want to make sure this one last spot is highlighted for the 5th spot, so grab it if you haven't yet. But we've negotiated this to where we are giving you our connections, our equity here with trust and reputation, and with getting into the inner circles, to where we've waived tons of fees that would cost public people jumping into these affiliate programs money. Some of these affiliate programs are actually closed. You can't get in. So crystal clear here. This is super important. We will be communicating back and forth. We have your account set up. $0. Don't spend any more money on that. Just grab either the executive option as the best, and if you can't, the pro option as second best there. And either or, we're going to be getting you deals, getting you leads, and hold on, because this smart AI ship is blasting off, this rocket ship, and it's going to the moon. I mean, it's going to the stars, and you're going to be up there with us, up there with these success stories. And our goal here is race to 7 figures. So I want to raise 7 figures. Who is going to be that partner? Now, who deserves this? Who deserves this is someone that is like Jeff, like myself, loves your family, wanting to do more, give back. And that's the cool part about this. Jeff and I, we've been blessed to do give backs with things like the giving time and giving up turkeys and bringing his daughter to vacations, bringing my family. And this is the business that this provides. So this is for someone that's wanting to go ahead, produce results, produce revenue, get an MRR, monthly revenue. And the one thing I want you to start thinking about is, what is it you're after? What amount? Is it the 10K a month? Is it 5K a month? Heck, think big. Is it $100,000 a month? And as crazy as it sounds, these numbers used to be impossible to me. And now we could hit these in a day. We've hit this in a day, right? And it's super, super easy when you have AI, you have systems, saving yourself stress, time, energy, and money, right? With what we have, and plugging into what's working. And that's what you get working with Jeff and I in the race to 7 figures. So awesome stuff here, Jeff. I know we went a long time. I didn't mean to hit the 3-hour mark, but I guess we did.
Dude, it's been a heck of a long time since I've done a 3-hour webinar. It's probably been literally like 8 years, 9 years since I did a 3-hour webinar. But
it was crazy is everyone was like, sorry, I have to leave. So people that did leave apologized for it and didn't want to.
Yeah, well,
it seems like everyone else.
But there will be a replay. You guys will be able to watch this again. You'll be able to get the full picture from start to beginning and to the end. And once you see the full picture, you can probably watch it in double speed, watch it quicker, get through it in an hour and a half. Once you see it, once the vision clicks, once you see what we've built for you guys, what we've built for the world, this is our baby. Like what we've got for you guys is the best affiliate marketing system on the planet, with AI lead generation, AI follow-up. Good luck going out there and building something like this for yourself. We've got it. You can plug into it. It's working right now. Start to profit right now. Now is your time to get started. It's not too late. We still have a few spots open. Yep. Check out the links that you see here. Come in wherever you can come in. Use the payment plan. If you have to use the payment plan, a payment plan. I think you said, Ryan, there's a buy now, pay later options in there as well.
Yep. So it's all option through Stripe. So you have to go through Stripe, which is the credit card or debit card option. Click that, and there's the buy here, pay later option. We finance you in through the payment options. Then they have the PayPal. Through PayPal, they have their own credit option. So Apple Pay. I mean, we have upgraded to the Stripe option, which opens up like the floodgates as payment options. So you can see there, pick your favorite. Some people can pay through cryptocurrency even. So it converts it. So whatever is your method there, you have access to. And again, we are one Skype message Jeff. I know Isaac wanted to reach out. Don't worry, Isaac, let's connect. If you haven't yet, you're still on, Isaac, feel free to grab that last spot. If you're watching this and you're still haven't grabbed so yet, feel free to grab that spot. And what we want to do here is be ready. Ready for what? FINO, failure is no option. Doesn't mean failure doesn't happen. Me and Jeff have ups and downs and everything. But the one thing you do have is a family, a bond that no matter, there's a phoenix, right, which is rising of the ashes. And when Jeff met me, I would walk this river. And I'm sorry, when I re-met Jeff, I would walk this river and had a fraction of the net worth I have now. And I thought, wow, one day I'm going to be able to do better, live better, create a life for my family. And crazy, it's been over a decade now, but it happened and it felt like it was a snap of a finger. Jeff has been a part of that inner circle mastermind family of mine, which he's seen me when it hasn't all been rainbows and butterflies. I went through employees doing embezzlement. I went through partner stealing, whatever you name it, right? Go through tax bullshit. Holy cow, where did that come from? But we are a family where we show you how to navigate these things, because one thing is, once you make this money, how do you keep it? How do you make more? How do you duplicate it? How do you scale it? And that's what the family is all about, is our internals here on making this bond. It's a lifetime here, and we have fun, we make money, we celebrate, and we want to impact people, impact others. So thank you, Jeff, because you are someone that, honestly, I do webinars, and like Jeff, a ton of them now, but when I jump on with him, it feels like I'm on with a brother, I'm on with someone who is family. And it's just, I miss, me and Jeff did a lot of webinars together, and brings back the good old days.
Bringing it back, dude. Imagine we're taking this all over the world,
Yes.
We're going to be doing so many things on the back of this. We're going to be doing workshops. We're going to be seminars. We're going to be teaching people how to do AI. We're going to be doing so many things in the back of this that you guys all be a part of. Just watch this thing be built in front of your eyes.
Yes.
And watch how the income that comes in as it gets funneled to you is going to change your lifestyle and make your dreams come true, like it's making our dreams come true.
Exactly.
Come along for the ride, you guys. Come along on a ride on a fantastic voyage.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, here we are, everyone. So grab your spot if you have not yet. We're going to be making some custom songs with Jeff singing and AI coming up.
And maybe I should go write a song about that.
Let's do it, or sing it. Right? It sounded good, I thought. Just kicking a little bit of auto tune, and you'll be good, right? That's great. Have you thought of that, Jeff? Having your voice, have you seen that where you can record your voice and they make a song after your voice?
That's too much work.
Okay.
I can just generate a lyric sheet and throw it into the music machine and have a song pop out of it in 15, 20 seconds. That's lazy good for me.
I love it. I love it. Well, all right, everyone. It's a great day here. Thank you, Jeff. I know we're 3 hours plus, so I won't keep everyone too much longer.
All right. We're going to go ahead and end the stream, everybody. Hey, Rosie. We're going to go ahead and end the stream.
She came back from Florida. Huh?
Everybody, it's time to get started. The stream is going to end in 5. If you have any more questions, you got to throw them in now.
Yeah.
So last call for questions. We're going to close the thing down at 5.
Rosie, tell them your last spot and point to the box.
Rosie, tell everyone to get started now.
Get started now, right? Get started. We can't wait to work with you.
Any more questions? Last call for questions. We've got 5 seconds left. We've got 4 seconds left. Last call for questions. If you guys missed the webinar, we will do a replay. So, you have to opt in. So, you got to register to get the replay. So make sure you register to get the replay, guys. Last call for questions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are out of here.
Bye.